please insert drink and hit play. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of BlueRayDismay. Thank you for joining us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You have John Daniels here, and tonight we are doing Night of the Living Dead, the original. I have my two counterparts with me.
The Right Honorable Javier Ian Marcellus Ignatius II, Esquire, Undead.
And Bruno Diaz, a.k.a. Johnny C., a.k.a. Johnny Walkers.
Johnny Walkers.
Nightwalkers.
Nightwalker. Okay, cool. Well, this one's a pretty short one. We can jump right into it.
Jump right in. Just make a note here. 1968 is officially the oldest movie we've done. It's 50 years old, more or less.
Before that would be, I think, Halloween from 78, right?
Yeah.
68. 68, 78.
No, I'm sorry. The only other, the closest one to this that we've done so far would be Halloween, the original.
Wouldn't that be Texas Chainsaw?
Oh, Texas Chainsaw Massacre was 1974.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Right. It's 96 minutes long, which makes it 0 point for her.
0 point
Point her.
for her.
Right.
Point for.
All right. So we are at the main screen, and I'm about to hit play film in 3, 2, 1. Okay.
And so starting off here, this is obviously influential, seminal.
I love how it just jumps right into the movie. Like there's no
There's no opening credits.
There's no nothing. It's just like instant.
Oh,
like,
well,
okay,
you get it.
first scene.
But yeah, the music is. Da-na-na.
Da-na-na.
Apparently the music is mostly royalty-free and stock-free, something which we're familiar with too. It's a lot of things you can find that you don't have to pay royalties on.
Yeah.
Because this was a low-budget adventure.
This movie is.
Low budget. Did someone say
domain,
budget?
Right?
Am I going to jump into revenues right now?
All
Oh,
right.
no.
All right. While the movie loads up.
You see that short skip right there?
Okay. Revenues, guys. Okay. So,
Weird thought.
1968 with a production budget of $114,000. Okay. Now, what's phenomenal is
George
it
Romero.
came in as a domestic gross for $12 million and foreign gross of $18 million. So, the budget at that time against the revenues it brought in was basically astronomical, especially in 1968 dollars. I don't have the adjusted count on this simply because the little calculator thing, this movie was so old, it was kind of hard to find revenue numbers to begin with. So following this was Dawn of the Dead from 1978, the sequel. Production budget of approximately $1 million and domestic gross brought in $55 million. Now again, this figure is slightly unconfirmed due to the age of the film. But again, that's $55 million, $1978. So, and I'll do the third one here. I won't go through all of them. We can probably loop back to it, but I'll go to the third one. Day of the Dead, 1985. Production budget of $3.5 million, domestic gross of $5 million, and foreign gross of $28 million. So those are the first three just to get things started, and then we can just simply talk about who did what here and why, and the American flag, yes.
Directed by. That's good. It's a good director intro.
It's like right there. The flag's like right there waving. The little mini flag waving. Similar to how they portrayed the flag in the moon landing.
It's not. I guess it is the 60s. Let's not get into that.
Yeah, you can tell it's the 60s right away just by the way they're dressed and their hairstyles.
Yeah, and his glasses.
Dude, I dressed like that today. What the hell?
Her hairstyle.
Yeah.
Those gloves.
Oh, yeah. Remember driving gloves? I miss those.
What's that?
The glove box.
Dude, I'm having a hard time opening this little mini bottle of scotch.
Shh, don't
What?
say that
You're-
on there.
Hold on.
Use those muscles, Javier.
One of the first movies filmed in Pittsburgh.
In a bottle I can't get into.
Actually
ya.
filmed there on location. And they when writing the movie, they decided on this opening shot to be like in a cemetery because it would be easy to shoot and secluded.
Wait, where was this shot? Do you know? Where was this?
In Pittsburgh.
In and around Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Very local.
Oh, yeah. The radio's telling you immediately. It's foreshadowing something's going to happen.
Telling me that's a Pontiac.
Well,
Yeah, and he's like, I better not listen to it.
He's like, screw it.
I mean, I guess they're only going to be
I mean,
there
who
for a
listens to
little
the
bit.
radio anyway nowadays? I mean,
Yeah.
back then, that's all there was.
it was the podcasting of its day.
Yes.
Yeah,
But can we put this in the radio? But
speaking of Pontiac, you know what that means, right?
what?
Poor old Ninny thinks it's a Cadillac.
Oh no.
I think they're officially done. Right? I think they went.
They've
I think
been done.
They've been done since 2008. Pontiac declared like, okay, we're
Right.
dead. We suck.
It's also a name of a good band.
We suck.
No, Pontiac.
Oh,
But yeah, partly why they filmed this scene here in the cemetery is because it'd be easy to shoot, secluded, and so they don't have
dude,
like,
they're
too many
stepping
people
on the
Is
and
now a tourist
interrupting
attraction.
them.
graves
so they
of
can do
people.
it,
I guess they got permission
at
maybe
their
not.
leisure, like
Wait.
easier time of day, like stuff.
I guess they got permission from the cemetery place.
Oh yeah.
Figured.
But the whole the movie later on. Oh yeah, full spoilers ahead. We're gonna be talking
Spoilers, spoiler.
like jumping around.
Spoilers
between
incoming.
Spoiler,
all around-
even
all
into the
points
next
in the
zombie
movie.
movie. Yeah.
Even some of the new other ones.
Yeah. No coughing, Javier.
I couldn't find the cough button.
Okay, guys. Let me, as it before, and normally I don't jump into
Oh
revenues.
yeah. But all the sheriffs and like the townspeople and a lot of the extras in the movie were just like people from Pittsburgh that answered the call that they put out when they were making they were one of the first movies filmed in Pittsburgh, and the sheriffs and like all the police people, those were just the sheriffs and
Dude, Pittsburgh, the burger
cops
pits.
from around town, and they're all about it too in interviews and such, and they talk about it later.
Okay, so check it out, guys. 1968, directed by George A. Romero. Writing credits go to John A. Russo. I think I pronounced that correctly. And
Russo?
George A. Romero. Yeah. Now, this gal here who plays Barbara is actually Judith O'Dea, the actress. And I have to tell you guys, a lot of these actors and actresses I did not see in any other big film. I couldn't find them in any sequels, any notable.
Yeah,
I mean, there wasn't a lot
think
going
they're,
on back. I mean, there was, but there wasn't. You know what I mean? Back then, to really kind of just diversify your portfolio.
look at his tie.
Especially since they weren't in Hollywood.
True.
Fame or not, they're still pretty much a very local production. So
Right. Yeah. And,
It's a good old man voice.
so now
Johnny.
I don't know who Johnny is. I don't know who plays Johnny, unfortunately.
Look at his tie.
Yeah,
Dude, I like that tie.
that's a 60s style, right?
Classic line.
Oh, here he's channeling Christopher Lee and Vincent Price. That's a neat little inflection point there. It's just like the sort of the opposite of the Hammer films, what he's copying right here.
Yeah.
It's like you had the old school 30s and 40s monster movies and whatnot, and this
And
takes it in a whole new direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the.
And he's sounding like them, yeah.
Yeah.
Here
But
is
very-
the. Go ahead, Javier.
And it's like a very shocking departure
He
because
just leaves her with the zombie.
this is well, he doesn't know it's a zombie. No one
Yeah,
knows
I
it's a
know.
zombie.
Speaking of the first zombie here,
Ah.
this guy is Bill Hinsman, and he is actually credited for being the first on-screen zombie in movie history.
Non-voodoo zombie.
Non-voodoo,
Yeah,
right?
non-voodoo.
Non-voodoo. Sorry, non-voodoo zombie. And rest in peace. He passed away, I believe, a couple of years ago.
He looks pretty funny.
Yeah. So yeah,
This guy sucks.
who the boyfriend dude, Johnny?
Or brother.
Brother,
not a
yeah.
boyfriend.
Oh, that brother. Yeah, sorry. Oh, he just got his head
Bapped
like
on the head.
completely like smashed on one of the little gravestone.
Ah.
It's a- yeah, it's interesting. The makeup
How
artist is
come he
talking
doesn't
about.
just start eating him?
Well,
That is a good question.
Okay.
For dramatic effect.
Yeah.
Okay, so get this.
But plus, they're waiting to show the eating part later.
Do they get into the eating?
Yeah, later on in the movie though, not right now, not right away.
Immediately falls. Classic
Dude,
horror
she
trope.
slips and
Look,
Cinderella
she ditches
is
her
missing
shoes
her little shoe.
and then just gets back in
No.
the car.
Okay,
Right.
and thank goodness for George A. Romero. By the way, rest in peace. Thank goodness for George A. Romero. He, due to his ingenuity and his great technique, he spawned current day films like The Walking Dead, even though that's a TV series. He spawned, due to him, we have Resident Evil, Zombieland, 28 Days Later, I Am Legend, Quarantine, Shaun of the Dead, etc. I can keep going, right? But I mean, this thing evolved into. I mean, you can basically say that zombie movies have their own genre now.
I'm pretty sure I Am Legend was written before this movie came out.
Yeah.
No way.
Look. This is smart zombie, dude. He grabs
Yeah.
a rock.
Zombies have been going downhill ever since.
Javier, okay, is there any validity? Can
Look,
you?
ready to go. No, yeah. The
Now-
writers of this movie were heavily influenced by I Am Legend.
It
They
was
even
a-
say it
It
like,
was a book first.
yeah.
Were there any other zombie books before that or around that?
Nothing I can think of off the top of my head.
Oh wow.
Yeah, nothing I can really think of. But no, they were influenced by that, and
Oh wow.
they
okay.
even say that in interviews and
So
and
let
such.
me retract. Okay,
But,
so the
and
I Am
yeah,
Legend
the-
didn't come because of this. This
and a
came
lot of
because-
it, just like the idea of like just monsters coming at people or people monsters, not vampires. But originally they were going with like an alien thing, like an alien idea. It was very similar to where they would kind of be holed up in like a house or in like a farmhouse like type, like just for the setting to make it it's like a scary setting to be secluded. And
Corpses are easier to do.
yeah, corpses are easy to do. And it was always like with like dead kind of zombie people, but they didn't really. They came to the whole like them eating each other as like as a later part.
Wait, so you're saying this was inspired by Plan 9 from Outer Space?
Probably.
You just kind of you just told us the plot of Plan 9.
Oh, okay. But no, they were. Originally it just started out as like an alien, like kind of like movie, and then turned into this eventually. Just as they're going through the process, like he said, like there's rewrites going on, and even when the characters come in, like the actor plays Ben, the main guy, is supposed to be like a lot more harsh or a lot more like vulgar or something or more violent.
in what? What do you mean it's supposed to be?
Apparently he was written more
originally.
angrily.
Yeah, more angrily. Yeah.
Oh really?
And then the actor came in, and then they worked with. He wanted.
He wanted to know
Dude,
more
you know who the
nuanced
angry
portrayal.
guy
he
was?
got it. He calmed him down.
The angry dude was Cooper, man. The husband. That guy was a
Yeah,
real
yeah.
jerkhead in this.
Yeah.
He
And
was
I think
he
he
was
did
really
it.
the angry
I think
guy.
he did that too. I think they both kind of expanded upon their roles and just added to it. And like all these indie movies, like we keep watching or reviewing, it's like it's always.
Yeah, I forgot to mention while you guys are busy hauntingly describing the production here. I just wanted to point out that she got away in the car because they had a manual transmission. She did not have the keys, so she released the parking brake and rolled away.
Dude, stick shift wins again.
It'd be more difficult.
Yeah.
It'd be more difficult to do in a car with an automatic transmission. Back then,
You have to be on a hill.
you could pop it
Bigger
in
hill.
neutral, but if you tried to do that
No,
now,
but then you
could.
would have to get out of the car and push the damn thing while the zombie's chasing you outside.
No, if you released an old style automatic, say circa 70s,
Oh, you would have to
80s,
pop it in neutral. Well, you have to have the key in halfway before you can pop it in neutral.
That's the newer car, so she couldn't. She would have been dead in a modern car.
Oh,
Is
Yeah.
the point I'm getting at.
not good.
Because you have to have the key to even unlock the steering wheel or remove the shifter selector.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude,
At least she was smart enough to
good for business.
to get away, roll away, even if not very far.
Yeah,
but
she got a little bit away.
Speaking of Resident Evil, immediately find yourself in a mansion. Or
Yeah,
a house.
this whole movie or this whole Resident Evil was just a whole take on this movie. Like
And,
totally.
And she had her Ace Ventura moment here.
What's
watching
that
all
girl's name?
dead
Mila
animals.
Jovovich.
Jovovich.
Lilo, blah, 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 blah.
Lulu Dallas multipass.
This guy's like,
You
No, is
notice
that the phone line? This is the phone line.
I
Yeah,
think it
there
was,
it goes.
yeah.
that little wire?
Yeah.
Dude, he just cut the wire with his hands.
And then she immediately goes for the phone.
Only to find.
dude,
that
she
you
can
can't.
just like,
But you notice these zombies are
she can
actually
tweet her friends.
a lot smarter than most subsequent movie zombies. You know, they can actually use tools. One picked up a rock. They have a decent amount of speed with them, even though they're not very strong, but they can pick up a rock and smash a window
Yeah, that
Or-
is good.
or move around decently. And we wouldn't get fast zombies again, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, until 28 days later.
So you are
Fast zombies.
Javier.
They're more like hyper zombies.
While we're on that topic, you are definitely right in your observation. So there was both writers, John Russo and George A. Romero. They had a bit of a falling out after this with the direction of where the sequel was going to go. And it could have been due to, financial inquiries or the writing or the plot, whatever. Anyway, they went their separate ways after this movie. And what happened was they made a deal. They said, okay, we're not going to work with each other, but we both own this movie. So what we'll do is we'll split it. John Russo held on
Discovered a body
to...
here.
That was made by Romero, I think.
John
Yeah.
And I think there's a ping pong balls.
So
For us.
John Russo, he held on to all movies with a title, quote unquote, Living Dead. I'm sorry. Yeah, Living Dead.
This guy just comes in. The tire iron.
All right, so where are you going with this?
Okay, so he held on to so any zombie movie that you've seen with literally the 2-word term living dead in it, that's by Russo.
Okay.
Any other movie that you've seen, like
say Land of the Dead?
I believe
Dawn of the Dead?
Yes, Land of the Dead, Diary of the Dead, Survival of the Dead, those are specific to George A. Romero. Now, if you compare his series versus John Russo's series, you'll quickly notice that, like you said, Javier, we don't see running ones until later on. That's because if you kind of follow George A. Romero zombies, they're a little slower, a little more, I don't want to say dumb, but you get those crazy runners. You'll see them a lot in Russo's movies.
Coming back.
Like you'll see them in that.
Zombies are more active.
Right.
Yeah.
And I believe they actually go straight for like eating brains. I think I have a Blu-ray here. Hold on, let me see. It's something there. Yeah. That's the quote. I mean, it's the second one. Is it the second one? Johnny Walker. That's the one.
Reviewing our library here.
Yeah, I got my little Blu-rays.
A whole stack of dead discs.
So the one you just said, okay, The Return of the Living Dead. This one.
Mm-hmm.
That's where that
Romero
quote's
again.
from. I now So anyway, like I said, they split their ways and they have like different themes for their zombies. So yeah, you're correct. You'll get a little mix and match of, I guess, what's your pleasure for type of zombie, depending on which film you see.
Yeah, I wonder what the falling out was, because they're so similar. I mean,
dude,
it's just
money. What else would it be? I mean,
yeah,
why else would you fight?
I guess.
Why else would you?
Of the zombies.
There's
But
two
little
blood.
guts.
Actually, chocolate syrup, apparently.
Yeah, they said they used ink or dye
Bosco.
and Bosco syrup because it's black and white, so it didn't matter.
Hitchcock would do something
They
similar
would,
for Psycho.
Yeah, and depending on the scene and like if they wanted to splatter or drip like that, they would use different, whatever they wanted.
Yeah. So I like how he immediately starts going in, rummaging around.
Yeah,
oh,
get the
damn. I
supplies.
totally forgot to introduce Ben. Okay, Ben here is played by
he rolls in with the truck, dude. That's a long
Dwayne
time ago.
Jones. The only other movie that I could really find him in was Beat Street in the 80s.
Here the zombies are smart enough
They
to
don't
smash
like
the-
light.
Yeah, they don't. They're
Well,
photophobic.
I don't think they like. Is
Look
it
at that
light
zombie.
or fire?
They don't seem to look either.
Yeah.
I mean, the headlights wouldn't be that
They're
hot.
pretty bright.
Yeah, true.
Anyway.
Shit out now.
Dude, she's like flipping out.
Well,
Like
she is having traumatic.
her brother just got murked,
She's the
so I
flip out
get it.
character, and I like and for this movie they do set up like a lot of the classic horror movie tropes.
There's the other
Oh,
For
they
the-
are breaking the lights.
one. Yeah.
For like the characters, there's like the tough random dude.
All
There's
right.
like the girl that's the freak out girl.
First-
There's the jerk that wants to go against everything that the guy is saying, like the guy in the
A
basement.
nice little group dynamic, which
Yeah,
can
and there's
see-
the boyfriend and the girlfriend or something.
similar.
Like that.
You can see almost the same thing in Dawn of the Dead. The one
Yeah,
with
that guy
Sarah
looks like-
Polly and Ving Rhames.
Yeah,
Dude, that guy looks like one of my old teachers.
and that guy,
This guy is-
he looked like a Twilight Zone guy.
This guy is actually pretty resourceful. He
And
introduced
part-
himself as
Yeah, Ben's doing really well. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
he
defending
rolls in
himself.
with
He's
the
got the
truck.
crowbar.
Finds a house.
He's cool.
tire iron.
He's
not
like, I could-
crowbar.
Oh yeah, tire iron. Sorry,
Yeah.
tire iron. Yeah.
Man, I guess this dude used to live here or something.
The dude that
But,
just popped out the house or in one of the
where-
rooms.
he
from
was
the
in, like,
house.
a closet
But dude,
or
that's like
something.
a Asian guy. I thought
She's just crying, and he's like, I could take out 2 of them, and he did.
Right.
And one of those is actually Romero or Russo. I
Yeah,
forget
I
which
think.
one.
Yeah, I think.
But it is one of them.
Is it one of them?
Yeah, that got taken out by the tire iron.
Dude, not good.
So,
Not good for business.
talking about dying's a great career move.
Okay, now Ben is gonna rescue Barbara here because this
Yeah.
one zombie that just came out the house or out of the room.
And also, originally, when they were
Oops.
writing the movie, they had Barbara written as like a strong character, like
So get
like
this.
a actual like lead main character.
I actually watched the 1990.
Yeah, I like that one.
Who-
I want to watch
who
it.
is that?
I want to watch
Headshot.
it again.
Who was the right? Do you know who? Hold on.
What? Hold on, we just got headshotted with a tire iron here.
Is it Romero?
No.
It's Tom Savini, yeah.
Tom Savini, but
Savini,
Romero
yeah.
was assisting.
Yeah, he
Right,
was
but Savini made
writer or something like that.
Savini made the girl, like you said, Johnny Walker.
They went back to the original.
Dude, that girl
the
turned
original
into
idea.
like She-Man / Rambo.
Yeah.
Like she
Yeah.
was a total
Another headshot with a tire iron.
badass.
Yeah, she was awesome.
Yeah.
I like the remake, the 90s, the 90s
Like
version.
she first started out like the Barbara
Unfortunately.
here, but then
Unfortunately, it
Yeah,
was
and
about
she
as
kicks
subtle as
in,
a
yeah.
tire iron to
third
the
way
head.
into the film,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
starts flipping out and she goes gun crazy and
Yeah,
starts
yeah, it's
shooting
awesome.
everyone.
Yep.
Okay, so now we're at the scene where they're basically.
But I like
barricaded
that they
themselves.
went back to that in the when they redid it.
It was okay. The '90s one was okay. It was alright.
I liked it.
It was okay. They definitely tried to
Um,
focus a little more on special effects.
Well, it's Savini's
And
forte.
then she's just
if
like,
you recall, Savini was
don't look at it.
don't look at the zombie.
His
you
eyes are
recall,
still
Savini
moving.
was responsible for the groundbreaking special effects in Friday the 13th.
Mm.
Yes.
Anyway,
Wow.
So these guys really appeared like out of nowhere. His zombie problems are multiplying. There was one or two. Now there's more. They just keep
Yeah, for such a secluded little house, there's a lot of people.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, that just adds to effect.
it's part of the effect. I mean, they are close to a cemetery, and I think they're drawn to the light.
Oh yeah. They're right next door to a cemetery, actually, and a morgue.
Yeah, so there's
So,
bound to be
At least a bunch of bodies
a lot of
there.
fresh meat.
Dude, this guy goes straight.
And then as
Ben
soon as
just
you
goes
get-
straight to burning them.
As they go, yeah,
Or, what did he burn?
The zombie, yes.
Yeah, he just burned a zombie, and
Yeah.
now it's like dissuading the other zombies from approaching
Afraid
the
of
door.
fire.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, one of our own.
Also, is this the movie where they never mentioned as zombies?
They
called
never
it-
say zombies. They
I
call
don't
them
think it was
ghouls
a-
and freakers.
I don't think it was it wasn't a coined term at that point.
But they do.
But they pretty much
They
made
do refer to them later as zombies. I think.
Well, they keep calling them undead, right?
In the other
Or-
movies, they
ghouls or
do.
crawlers. Every other movie they do,
Yeah,
but not
yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
Is the point I'm getting at.
Yeah.
And
All right,
Yeah,
now-
they always do that. There's like they never.
Barbara is like going ape shit now. She's just
Anytime
like,
there's a new zombie thing coming out, he took a little knife.
she's just
Anytime there's a new
delusional.
zombie thing coming out, they're like, "Oh, we gotta call them
something else.
freakers or walkers or the what are Walking Dead or
Deadites?
something."
I don't know.
Yeah, Deadites.
Deadites.
Just some other
At
thing.
What is that from? Where's Deadite from?
It's,
Is that Evil Dead?
Evil Dead, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What do we got here? See, this is back in the days. Also,
Box
they're in a
of
farmhouse,
nails.
but when everyone like had stuff like this in their
There's
gym
gotta
clothes.
be a box of nails.
If
in a
you tried to do this
farmhouse.
nowadays, it'd just be a tangle of iPhone wires and some headphones.
Dude, iPhone wires
you can
and
take
like
out so many zombies
napkins.
with
and some
iPhone
takeout
wires.
menus. That's about it.
Chopsticks.
Dude, that's what you would have in my house.
Just get them with a soy
Yeah.
sauce.
Let's get the hammer.
Burn their eyes with a soy sauce.
Look, he comes down real quick. He's like, "All right."
He's like,
It's
look,
a
lady,
remnant from the
look,
hot-headedness
girl,
of the earlier draft, I suppose.
just calm down. And I think
And,
she starts hitting him here in a second. And I think he just knocks her lights out.
Not out.
At
but
least he's pretty good at
Someone
calming
play
her
that
down.
song, Mama Said Knock You Out. Mama Said Knock You Out.
Cool J.
And that's all you can say, thanks to the stringent copyright laws in this country.
Oh.
Speaking of
Well,
copyright,
no, I can do it. If it's my own, I can do it. If I can make my own, it's my own parody.
What?
To copy.
Oh, parody.
It's like my own little thing, yeah.
done in a satirical fashion.
I just can't, yeah, exactly.
Parodic manner.
For this very podcast. I just can't play it from the track that it was,
Right.
distributed on.
Mm.
Oh, dude, she didn't even hit him yet.
No, she's still busy wandering around being traumatized.
Dude, that house is so little.
It's a little farmhouse.
Yeah,
in
it's a
rural
little farm.
Pennsylvania. And so,
He's
yeah,
told her to get some wood. Find
Dude,
some wood
she's as
somewhere.
tall as the goddamn ceiling.
no, it's just the angles he's filmed at.
And these
like,
animal heads aren't helping anything.
Great use of camera angles to just sort of reflect the character's just sort of take on life. And then Hitchcock and later De Palma would do similar things to
Yeah.
the effects. Or first Hitchcock,
Dude,
then
she found a
Romero,
little-
then De Palma, probably.
Okay, so let me ask you this,
The
Jay.
first Orson Welles.
And it's also, it really does go into like the freakiness of there's people outside, like just everything's like pretty much gone to hell. And so you're just kind of, she's just freaking out about it. And that's a good
JVR.
like character.
December 66, eh?
What is 66?
The calendar on the wall.
Oh, yeah, it's 2 years old. Yeah, I saw that too before. So JVR, you're a Hitchcock fan, right?
Yeah, more or less.
Did he have any kind of fictional story related to zombies in his time?
No, his are always the more mundane, earthly nature. He never really dabbled in science fiction or horror.
Like never strayed off to
No.
kind of like this.
straight up thrillers.
fantastical.
No,
Yeah.
he never really did. He's very concerned with.
I'm sure he
more.
could. It just he had his own niche, right? He had his own thing.
What
Yeah.
if Hitchcock made a
Although-
Lovecraft movie?
That would have been crazy. I think the closest he would have gotten would maybe been the Alfred Hitchcock Presents, that TV show may have had some
She's like, I
supernatural,
got some sticks.
I got a
may have
couple
had some
of
supernatural
sticks
elements, but it's
here.
been forever since I've seen it, so I can't recall. But for the most part, Hitchcock was always more interested in the way the characters interacted
Dude, Ben knows what he's
around their
doing.
situation. So he didn't need any external
She
forces.
gets a bad rap later. She kind of
Who?
just gets taken away
Who?
by the zombies. Because
Barbara?
the stupid lady. Yeah.
Also, I just want to point out, Ben should be toenailing those, but he's not. He's nailing them straight in.
Toenailing.
Angled?
Yeah, you drive the nails at an angle to help prevent them being pried out or backed out from people pushing in.
Jay, you would have been an excellent zombie defender back in 1968.
Would have been.
Well, we don't need nails now. We got all our...
What?
Jay, you don't even have your AR yet.
Nah, we're still
Nah.
boarding up the place.
Yeah, well, I have a set of like.
Dude, I don't have any
power-
spare doors.
I guess we would have a nail gun.
I do have a selection of 2x4s floating around the basement right now, as well as a power drill.
Power drill.
And several construction screws. I might. Be a
I'm
little more
making a
secure.
boomstick glove.
Boomstick.
I got the
Gauntlet
boomstick,
glove,
baby.
yeah. That's what I'd be doing.
All right, Barbara is now starting to trip out here. She is not being too productive. She's
Starting
just
to?
kind of floating about.
Yeah, she's just. out
I
of
mean,
it.
dude, Ben
last
is
fight-
like
he's like,
on it. Yo, Ben
get
is like
the
taking
table.
apart chairs or
Ben is-
moving
There's
a
chairs,
lot of
taking apart-
windows.
Yeah, he's like
This whole place is
He's
windows.
on, I mean, you got to be on it, I guess, at this point.
Well, yeah.
She's
If it was built before the widespread use of electricity, then yeah, you would have a lot of
Yeah,
windows
you
into
would
the
have a
natural
lot of
light
windows.
natural light into the
You
house.
need damn windows.
oh, true.
As you can tell, it's kind of been retrofitted. You can see pipes in the background there. Well, we're watching the Blu-ray. For those of you watching along at home, the DVD prints are of varying quality because this movie, I believe,
Goes
was in the
in and
public
out of-
domain for some time
Yeah.
due to a failure of proper labeling on the distributor's part.
Yep.
But getting the official version with the nicely restored Blu-ray, making the best it can out of 60mm material, you can see little details like that. And whoops, did I just suck all the air out of the room? Someone say something?
Something.
But yeah, Ben is very resourceful.
Hey, so there was like a bit of a controversial thing around this where I think Ben, I can't remember. I don't know if the original casting was. I don't know if they intended to hire a black dude like as this actor.
Not really. It wasn't planned for.
I don't think it was planned. Number
But-
one.
He showed up and did such a great job that they went
Well,
with
he did a
it.
gret job. He did an excellent job. And not only that, I think back in that time, like
The most
people,
qualified applicant got the job.
back then, like I don't think it was common to have like a black dude starring and do so great in such a. I guess it wasn't really anticipated to be a phenomenal film, but it was phenomenal both internationally and domestically. So
Yeah. One of the first films
it wasn't
to have a-
controversial, I guess, as much of
African-American
a surprise
lead.
for the casting in this film.
Don't forget when this was filmed. Apparently, the Martin Luther King was assassinated.
Yeah.
It came out in
there was-
theaters right when that. It was like right after that happened.
Yeah, dude, he was like assassin. Yeah. I read about that. There was like it was like very tight
And then
timing.
considering what happens to him at the end of the movie, it was
Oh,
kinda
dude, that's
crazy.
so fucked up. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
we'll get into that when it comes. But
And
yeah,
I think that makes a difference between this movie and the other movie. The movie's aware of politics, but the sequel from 1990 just kind of beats you on the head with it.
Yeah.
It's about as subtle as being hit with a tire iron.
This one I like it better because it's more. It
a bit more
fits in
restrained.
the more horror of the situation. It is more of like a racial or cultural thing at the time, because like I don't know. For them to do that, they're like, oh, and they're like, oh, well, being ballsy or whatever, but they were, and it just adds to the movie. It makes it more of a horror movie because the lead guy that survives the whole thing just gets killed at the end. So that's like just like gut punch. It's like, oh,
dude, he doesn't just get.
and then
this
they
movie-
show
in this-
him
in
get
this movie,
burned.
right? No, he
Huh?
doesn't just get killed. He gets
So
killed.
I'm saying, like, for a horror movie,
Then
for that to happen to the main
they
actor
fish
or main
hook.
lead,
They fish hook his ass with like a meat hook.
yeah,
They don't just pick him up.
he's just
They grab him with meat hooks through his body.
And then
Doing the
that
same to all the
theme-
other zombies.
right,
yeah.
right,
And then
no,
that-
no, right.
that theme about like how what is the price of human life or what is it, and like that's how they treat it, is just you're just another zombie, another meat hook or whatever thing that we're killing.
Yeah,
and then that
the
would be
ending is
a
like
huge part of like every other zombie movie to come afterwards.
Dude, the ending is messed up. I was like, oh, I forgot about the ending actually until recently. I mean, I always knew that something.
And it's weird too. And there's a tiny after credit scene, not really, where it just shows the bonfire burning. Like
it shows them burn.
Well, it ends with stills, like picture stills, and then it comes back to them just burning, like the body's just burning, and then that's it.
Yeah,
but I don't know why I'm getting the end. But just
just to say,
because for that to happen at the time, for this movie to do that, but it adds to the like just as a horror movie in general.
Yeah, this movie actually had a lot
of
shock value in it. Not necessarily intentional, but partly because this was released just before the introduction of the rating system. So had it been rated, it would have been rated R.
Yeah.
But since it
wasn't rated?
The rating system was introduced right after. Mm-hmm. Not specifically because of this movie, but because Hollywood had been moving away from the production code and going to the rating system because of more and more movies like this where
it's literally one of the last movies to come out in the theaters.
Dude,
without
that
a rating.
Is hilarious.
And like I said, people were one of the famous tricks the production company did was to sit and take out an insurance policy in case people had a heart attack while watching the movie.
But yeah, sorry, it was Joe Russo that was killed by the tire iron.
John Russo.
John Russo. Sorry, and then also he's one of the zombies that gets set on fire later. Because none of the other people would do it.
All right, here she's flipping out.
Freaking out about her brother.
Is where
she realizes that her brother's out there dead.
This scene actually coined the term for, quote unquote, crazy ass hoe.
I don't know, maybe.
I don't see any garden implements.
So yeah, she's flipping out.
But yeah, damn, I missed the part where he's talking about driving his truck through all those people. Just plowing through them, like, because they built.
He kind of stole or commandeered the truck.
Yeah, and then like how they're surrounding the diner and everything.
Right,
like that's a really cool imagery that he just that he threw at you.
One of the things the movie does accomplish is no character is actually entirely bad or good. They're just humans being people.
Yeah, they're people.
In a tough situation, and there's no like real.
That's what happens when shit happens. Everybody's just dealing with it.
Also, notably, this is one of the few movies. Apparently, it's just these movies that actually deals with the actual zombie apocalypse as it happens. Most of every other one you see is always
always post, right? It's always post. They show like a decrepit
the
scene
beginning of it.
Right. This is like the emerging. Okay, this is how it goes down.
Right.
Which is kind of cool.
Right. Even The Walking Dead.
And it's still like
most of it.
Still captures you. Like you're like holy shit.
And then
the whole collapse in process here.
Oh, she just slapped him.
Damn, slapped the hoe.
Dude, he just decked her, and now she's gonna... Johnny Walker, please. It's crazy ass hoe.
Oh yeah.
So actually, you're right. I did put her out.
Yeah, he knocked her lights out, dude. Mama said knock you out.
I think she.
I'm gonna knock you out.
From shock, but
okay,
phenomenal.
Okay, guys. Sidebar. Rotten Tomatoes.
I think she
rating.
fainted from shock.
From her ass getting punched by this black dude. It's kind of funny.
He's lucky.
Funny.
One thing,
So check this out.
This would have been surprising. This is really shocking.
It's not funny. The scene was funny.
High racial tensions.
Yeah.
A black man smacking a white woman. If he was south of the Mason-Dixon line, he would have gotten lynched.
Oh yeah.
True.
KKK would have come out of the woodwork and found him.
They would have come out after the scene had been aired. No, shot. Not just aired. Not the movie aired. They would have like heard about it. Someone like, hey, we just got this scene. All right.
You heard there's a black man hitting a white woman in a movie down
there? What the hell? All right.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes ranking, guys.
This thing don't count.
Definitely withstood the test of time. In this case, it counts 97% on the tomato meter. And this is the percentage of approved tomato meter critics. They have to go through a rigorous process and vote.
We got to get in that tomato crap.
No, we do. Now, check this out.
Meh.
It also did very well on the audience score. It had 88% on the audience score. And this is the percentage of users who rated this movie 3.5 stars or higher. So their ratings for this thing to be black and white, for this thing to be from the 60s, and it still has phenomenal ratings on Rotten Tomatoes is just, another testament that this is an awesome movie. Yeah, this is like amazing. Like, this is cool,
This is Resident Evil.
Dude.
Yeah, it comes off as modern, I think, partly because of the focus on the
Barry.
characters.
Where's Barry?
Isolated location.
Yeah, it's easy for this movie. This movie could still, you could remake this movie nowadays, and you could still pretty much do it, like one for one. And
almost one for one.
Yeah, almost one for one. All you have to do is like be like, oh, our phones don't work out here because it's the country.
Oh,
Like that's a normal thing that
There's
could
a
happen.
blackout. Cell towers are down.
Blackout, something like that, and a blackout would
Yeah,
be
that'd be an
happening
easy thing,
during
yeah,
the
blackout.
Zombies,
Right.
you know, whatever, towers are down, so no phones.
Right.
You're isolated. I mean, internet is only one night, so you're just isolated, and it's so cool because it's just survive in the house till morning.
Right. Like Resident Evil.
Yeah,
So pretty much, yeah, this is the genesis of so many things that came after.
yeah. I think I saw this after Resident Evil, but or after I played the games, but
Dude, so I saw the 90s ones way back when I was like a little kid in Colombia in the
Yeah.
caves. Now, the black and white one.
They got you a 60mm bootleg.
yeah.
Dude, no, I told him HDR. Fuck that.
But I always loved Resident Evil because
Didn't exist in Colombia and then back
these
then.
movies.
We had advanced technology due
Make-
to the reptilian overlords. Thank you very much.
Oh, weird.
What? So
But I always liked these movies.
so I always
This
suspected. So it's true.
And-
the reptiles chew cocoa leaves. Is that correct?
Yes.
Hmm.
Unconfirmed, but yes.
But
Now,
anyway, so this movie really complements Resident Evil very well.
back to Johnny Walker's point.
And what are you talking about? Cocoa leaves? I don't even know what
More
you're
importantly,
All right, more
he's in
importantly,
the hot seat.
he's in the hot seat. Oh. All right, so now he just threw his little hot seat. This guy's funny because he burns this little sofa chair
He knows they don't like
to
fire.
get these zombies away, but it's so damn close to the porch, which is made out of wood. You can burn the
Yeah.
damn house down.
Yeah, he's lucky there.
I mean, he got lucky. I mean,
kicked it off.
Like I said, to be in the situation to kind of think logically is very difficult when your
Right.
life is being threatened by like The Walking Dead. So
But
he
it
did
was-
what he had to do.
you gotta
and
keep
it
him at
worked.
bay.
Yeah, it worked. It worked.
He was smart enough to put him at distance so he
Right.
could nail up the windows.
Right.
I wonder what time it is.
Oh shit! It's probably like 3, and then it's just pitch black, man. It's probably like 2, 3 in the morning.
Well, that's one thing they know.
Some time has
She
passed.
did mention the time, and then she ran away.
Who?
The lady.
Barbara.
Yeah, the way at the beginning. She was talking about
Oh.
delay savings time.
Oh, well, they said they got there late, but
Right.
they said they're gonna leave around 8 or so.
Right.
It was around 9, I guess, when she got there.
Right.
Or
And
like 8 or 9 when she got there, so that's already pretty late.
right. It's supposed to be the summertime, even though it's actually filmed at a much later date.
Take that door down.
Take that door down. Okay, guys. Let me get into I did the first 3 movie revenues. Let me do the last 3 real quick. Land of the Dead, 2005, production budget of 16 million, domestic gross of 20 million, foreign gross of 27 million. These are 2005 numbers. Diary of the Dead, 2009, production budget of 2 million, way less. Domestic gross of 900,000, also way less, and foreign gross of 4 million. So it didn't do too well.
What year was that?
That was 2009. Diary of the Dead.
Right. And when did The Walking Dead
Are
premiere?
these supposed to? Are those supposed to be sequels?
Oh, right. Walking Dead was. I wonder why that should have been right around the same time. I wonder why Walking Dead did so well compared to Diary of the Dead, the Diary of the Dead movie in 2009.
What?
Probably production values. It's part of it.
No, because Walking
Walking
Dead.
Dead?
Walking Dead's awesome, right? Everyone loves it.
The
So,
show?
Yeah, we're
Oh,
trying
it
to
was.
See, yeah, we're trying to see
Not
what year
anymore.
it came out.
Oh, that was a long
like
time
years ago, right? No, but
when
I'm
it
saying
started, yeah.
No, but I'm saying the Diary of the Dead in 2009 may have been right around the same time.
I think it was like 2010, 2011 when
right.
the
So
show came
I'm just
out.
curious that the domestic gross revenues for Diary of the Dead of 900,000 came in so low compared to, I guess, like the instant. Well, not pretty much instant success of Walking Dead. I think it was AMC's Walking Dead, or AMC.
Yeah.
2010.
Shotgun.
2010, 1 year later. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is not a shotgun. That is a I got
Oh,
this
rifle.
loaded here. That is I believe a Winchester 1897.
Yeah.
Dude, I need to get one of those
Side
just
loader.
because it's in this movie.
Yeah. And
Box
you
of
3 guesses who
bullets.
designed it.
Winchester.
Browning.
You are correct, sir.
Oh, Browning.
Of course. All right,
Yep.
let me get into the third and final movie of the second part for revenues, Survival of the Dead. Now, this came in at a production budget
Are
of...
these supposed to be sequels, or are they just
they,
made
they are
after?
they are well
Technically sequels, or they're
I
just
have-
using the brand name?
no, it's George A. Romero's films, and there are indirect and direct sequels. I have here a little breakout
Oh,
chart.
wow.
Yeah, it's kind
Let
of
me see
nuts.
this.
Put a little flashlight on there.
And I thought the continuity for Halloween was bad.
Dude, this
Actually,
one...
these aren't all necessarily in continuity, though. They're just in the same universe, more or less. Are they?
So let me get into the Survival of the... Well, they're in the same universe. Let me get into the same... into Survival of the Dead.
Yeah, what I want to know is
Budget of $4
a
million.
direct sequel, yeah.
Get this, guys.
Dawn of the Dead.
Survival of the Dead, budget of $4 million, domestic gross 101,000. And I think that's all she wrote. And at that point, George A. Romero was like, okay, you know what?
Cool.
I'm done.
There's a lot of these movies.
Dude, there's a shit ton. We have Romero's films, and then you have John Russo's films, and then you have
all the remakes.
right, and then you have the spin-offs, the Tom Savini, where I believe George A. Romero was a consultant / producer or something or other. So, and they're even indirect spin-offs. I'm not going to rattle them all off, but you have your own zombie universe here, which can all semi be tied back to this 1968 origin story.
Right. Kind of kicked off that.
Right, and
Ridiculous.
I say semi because the John Russo films are obviously not sequels to this, but him being co-writer, he made his own little version, whatever.
His take on it.
Right.
And Romero has his take on it.
Right,
Other people start getting on the act.
right.
And then you see them showing up in TV shows. And then, yeah, I guess it was maybe 2010, 2011, Zombie Mania. Everyone was like, oh, zombies.
Dude, everyone likes Daryl.
Who? Yeah, right.
Daryl from Walking Dead, the dude from
Yeah,
Boondock
he's gonna
Saints?
be
Is it
in.
Boondock Saints?
He's gonna be in Death Stranding, the new Kojima game. Metal Gear fame always comes back to Metal Gear.
Dude,
Daryl from Walking Dead.
funny.
A video game to surpass Metal Gear?
Yeah.
Funny. Dude, he's just
Yes.
all right. What's Ben doing? Ben is dragging some dead.
He's
That's
clearing
the
the
corpse they
bodies
found.
out. Yeah.
Oh,
Clearing
he's
the
clearing
corpse
out?
out from this.
And it
to
has been, the question
go
has been
upstairs and
raised
stuff.
why this one didn't turn into a walker or crawler undead.
Oh, I think because they were eating its face.
Dude, is that
I think, yeah, it had
Zenith? Is that a Zenith radio?
They're
thing?
eating his head away.
yeah,
Yeah.
their head trauma.
The other zombie that was in the house.
Dude, Barbara's got a bruise.
Because when they showed it, his face was all gone.
Yeah. So Zenith, yeah.
Cool. Like
one of
that
those-
chart.
Much like Pontiac, they no longer exist.
Dude, Zenith speakers.
Right. Yeah.
Maryland.
Merlin.
Cumberland, Maryland, upper North Maryland, near the Pennsylvania border.
And like she gets to hear it,
Right.
that people are eating each other.
Yeah. Eating the flesh of the.
He calls them
My
killers.
God.
The radio dude calls them
Gruesome.
killers.
The cannibals.
Right. That's.
She's like, this is just getting worse and worse.
Dude, I'm surprised that the Coopers haven't made their debut in this film just yet. They're about to, I think, in a second here.
Yeah, we're going in on like 40 minutes. It's like more than half. That's like halfway through the
Jay,
movie.
how many Ben-Hurs have we hurried into? Okay,
He's
enter
got a stick.
enter Harry Cooper.
We're like at a fifth
Like
of
the,
our
I like the
Ben-Hur, I
blood
think.
smear on the wall there.
Harry
That's good.
Cooper is played by Carl Hardman, and like I said, these guys really haven't been in too much.
Yeah.
else after this.
All the actors in this movie I like, except
Yeah,
for
We're like just under a fifth of a her.
Right. Oh, just under 1/5 of a.
except
her.
for what's his name? Billy. What's his name?
Who?
The kid there, not the old guy, but the other dude.
I'm not sure.
The other guy that's with him.
The kid, the dude, the little kid, the little.
The one that gets blown up on the truck.
Oh, I think that might be Billy.
Billy? Yeah.
Okay, the wife of Harry Cooper, Helen Cooper, is played by Marilyn Eastman, and the only other thing I could find her in was she played a secretary in Perry Mason. Do you remember those old school Perry Mason black and white where he's like a lawyer dude?
Barely.
It used to come on like at 3 a.m. on Channel 4 or some crap.
Maybe.
Oh, well, yeah, Perry Mason. Yeah, and then the kid's girlfriend Judy, she is played by Judith Ridley.
And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys immediately start
There's
arguing.
always a jerk.
Dude,
Yeah.
they're butting
It's
heads
always a
like
jerk
right now.
face.
They're butting heads like.
He's like, I'm king up here, you king down there.
Yeah, they pretty much just he wanders in and they immediately start arguing, which
Yeah.
again,
well, dude, he's
that dude's
pissed
holed up in the
because
hole.
he didn't come out and save them when they were fighting
There's
on
all
for
kinds
their,
of stuff
fighting
going
for
on,
their
yeah.
lives, man. The girl was crying. He's punching the girl's lights out. They didn't
They're
come
literally banging their whole
right.
window, like every window cover.
Right,
That's
and
a
they're
lot of
just
banging
like,
upstairs.
la, da, da, da.
Yeah.
Then he's trying to justify his cowardice.
They're just being stupid, yeah.
Right.
And then, yeah, out of all the actors in this movie, that other guy that came up with them is like the only one that I don't really like.
Who, Cooper?
It's just so cheesy.
yeah,
He reminds me of like a Mystery Science Theater movie character.
Yeah.
He just wandered into this movie.
Who is
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Cooper, the husband, the dude, the dad?
no, this movie could have been like an MST3K, like low budget.
No
like,
way, it's too good.
I know it could
All the
have been
actors saved it.
if it hadn't been done.
That's
so
why
well.
it's still
But that's the point.
old. It still holds up
all
and it's
those low
classic
budget
because
movies. All those low budget movies want to be this movie.
yeah,
Just most of them aren't. Thus, they get mercilessly mocked by people and puppets.
yeah.
No, this guy is clearly exaggerating the numbers. Actually, it's actually not,
Dude,
though.
Cooper
yeah,
is a
20 or 30 is not.
I
there's
mean,
a lot
Cooper's
of people.
freaking out for good reason. I mean, his kid is all banged up. You know, he's a wuss. You know, he's got like,
Yeah.
I mean, basically they're in desperation mode now. They have limited
Right.
rations. Don't know what the hell's going on. No
Right.
communication to the
It's
outside
like
world.
that Twilight Zone episode where they're all freaking out.
You mean every single one?
No, where the town freaks out.
Oh, the mob. The mob.
the mob
Right.
town.
The mob.
Only in this case, the monsters are very real.
Over one of them, because like one of them has a shelter or whatever. They're all fighting
Dude.
each other.
Yeah. Notice, yeah.
Dude, these fools have nice watches on.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all do. They have
60s,
like,
man.
leather band. Even Ben.
All right. Everyone's got a watch.
Yeah.
That's what people used to use to tell time.
What? Where's their iPhones?
A good 30,
Remember
40
you
years
used to
off?
wear a watch?
40 years off?
You remember you used to wear a watch?
Dude, I still wear them. I just never put the correct time on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I
kind of
just
weird.
wear it, you know, to show.
Awkward.
Status symbols.
Awkward. Where's that ding, Jay? Ding.
Ding.
Awkward.
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 Okay. You give me the ding.
I wear a watch,
I have one
but
for
not
you.
to tell time.
Here's my response, Johnny Walker. Fuck you, asshole.
All right. Right. Now they're arguing tactics, which at least shows some intelligence on the part of the protagonist. Because I've seen a lot of movies where everyone's just an idiot.
That guy looked like a
I'm
mine.
thinking of like maybe Covenant or something where they all have
Oh,
been dead
yeah.
in 5 minutes.
They're all capable people.
Look, if you had this crew on the Covenant,
They could replace the Covenant band, the
Yeah.
Covenant
Right.
group members.
Get these guys to fight
Right.
some xenomorphs.
right? They
Dude.
would have colonized the planet.
They were fake xenomorphs. They were engineered by David.
Oh yeah, Danny's xenomorphs. Anyway, so yeah, this can that he's about to cut up. Yeah, so that's like a clay hand.
Clay hand full
pretty
of chocolate
cheesy shot.
syrup.
Yeah, clay hand.
Dude, that's
He's like,
nasty.
ew, what is it?
Yeah.
Is that chocolate
His
syrup?
hand is like like just fell off.
Well, yeah, they're dead bodies. I mean,
This is kind of a weird part. Shoot him already. There you go.
Yeah. Also, this is notable. One of the earliest use of squibs in film. Not the first, but one of the earliest.
Of what?
Squibs
What's
for
that?
gunshot effects.
Oh,
So
Dude, speaking of-
gunshots.
why the hell didn't they use this with Bruce Lee's son in The Crow?
Hmm?
He got killed didn't Bruce Lee's son Brandon Lee? He got killed with a real gun in the filming
Right.
The Crow.
it has nothing to do with squibs and everything to do with not properly labeling the blanks or not having the proper
Was it a-
round.
I
Was
thought
it-
it was foul play on set.
Well, it's a headshot. And
Yeah, it was
you
a
know,
good headshot.
But it was supposed to be a blank in the gun, but it turned out not to be, I believe.
Yeah, how did that happen?
Yeah, someone screwed up really badly.
Look, that guy looks
Screwed
like,
someone
look,
screwed
Kylo
up.
Ren. Kylo Ren
Dude.
zombie. Uh-oh, naked zombie.
Kylo Ren is the naked zombie?
No, I saw Kylo Ren back there.
Yeah, but then there's...
Dude, check this out. You know the dude.
Look, Caesar.
Do you guys
Hail
remember
Caesar.
you guys
Hail
remember
Caesar.
that
Hail Caesar
do you guys
zombie.
remember that movie Seven?
Yes.
And the porn
Look, she's
shop.
eating a bug.
Do you guys remember that porn shop
What is
owner? The porn shop owner
No.
I haven't seen
in the
it in a
scene.
while.
Okay, well anyway, that's the dude that killed Brandon Lee.
In real
Yeah.
life?
Yeah.
Weird.
He played the porn shop
He's
owner.
the guy that shot him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Well,
And
I-
he said
I
he
feel
was
like-
so like distraught he had to take a year off and then
Yeah,
go back to
that
acting.
sucks.
Well, I think it was the armor or the props master who actually killed him. I mean, although technically, I guess that
Well,
actor
he's-
did pull the trigger. But
It said pull the trigger in the script. No, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm. No, I mean that's what I'm saying. Those foul plays because whoever was doing it did it deliberately.
Who like said, "Oh, let me
Well-
put this live round in the prop gun." Yeah,
That's
that
what I
makes
mean.
sense.
Yeah,
well, one hypothesis
Dude, it was
is that someone was screwing around with it and then
187.
replaced it.
it's foul play.
Dude,
Anyway.
187.
No, what's the tenant? Don't attribute to malice what you can attribute to incompetence, which was someone wasn't doing their job, or the hypothesis is someone was actually taking the gun out to play with it because being filmed in California, sometimes you can't get your hand on a gun unless you're a gangster, and then put it back without checking
California.
and then without checking the ammunition, and then whoever was
Oh, you mean
responsible
out
for
testing
loading,
it? Yeah,
And
that
then
probably
whoever-
that might have happened.
Dude,
whoever's
if I'm
responsible-
playing a dude that's gonna get shot in a movie, I'm gonna be like, here, you
And then-
pick up this plastic piece of crap, and you like, you know,
Double, triple check it every time.
yeah.
Right.
I would take out the firing mechanism. You could do anything.
possibly.
And
Anyway,
if it was,
so this guy comes up with his girl, and they finally talk to him. He didn't kill her too.
Dude,
Right.
So they're basically
Cooper's such a
arguing the whole
dick
time about
brain
what
in
to do.
this.
Stay down there, stay up here, blah blah blah.
Right.
And he's like, "Well, I'm staying down here, and I'm not
He's
coming
like,
back
if
out."
I go down there and you don't come down, you're never coming down.
Yeah.
He's like,
So
totally
he's like,
trying
"All right,
to
I'm
own
gonna
the
get my
basement.
girl.
Right.
What's her name?
We're gonna fix it up real good. Don't
fix it up
worry,
real good.
no zombies coming."
Mary Sue.
And this chick sucks real bad.
Mary
Gets
Beth.
everybody killed, I'm sure.
Hold on. This girl. Oh, Judy. Judy's her name. Judy. Judy. She looks.
Judi Dench.
Mm.
Well, even in black and white, you can tell her hair's been dyed. And that's all I can say about that. And
But it's weird. Some of the parts in this movie, just the black and white and the way it's shot, and the music in the back, when sometimes how it's overlaid in the scenes, just the way it sounds, and
right.
just the soundtrack itself. It reminds me of the old black and white movies with no sound. When there was like literally like text when they pop up.
Dude, Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, those movies when they were like do something and it kind of like looked like it was hyperactive, and then they would display the text and then go back and then.
Dude, I don't think I've ever seen.
It reminds
a movie
me
with
of
no
those
sound.
movies for some reason.
You owe it to yourself to check out Metropolis. I will shamelessly show for Metropolis any chance I get.
Who?
Interesting story is an interesting story.
How long is it?
10
5 hours.
10 minutes?
No, it's pretty close to her, I believe.
4 hours?
A 3?
Yeah, about 3 hours plus.
Yeah.
They keep
with
finding
no
footage.
sound?
Yeah. They
Dude,
keep
my
finding
eyes
footage.
would get tired.
Mm.
I need audio for everything I see.
Well, in the theater, there would have been a whole lot of piano and organ accompaniment, and I believe in the movies that you can buy on the version you can buy on DVD have assorted soundtracks.
That'll probably help.
It does help a lot.
Don't they just have a voiceover? Can't they just voiceover? I guess they would change the movie.
Dude, this guy's smoking with his daughter passed out, like right next to her.
Yeah, she needs help. I better
60s.
smoke right in her face.
Most of the characters smoke, or almost many of the
Dude, this
characters
is back
smoke.
when smoking was cool.
We tried giving her cigarettes.
Now it's about vaping.
It made her worse.
Give her a cigarette, Cooper.
Right.
Let her
Well, actually,
relax.
credit
Your
where it's
daughter's
due.
sick.
You
Did
happen
you
to
try
recall
giving
the-
her cigarettes?
Let her
yet?
relax and let her take a puff.
But credit where it's due.
Yeah.
You know
They
the
got
name
a
of this
radio,
actress?
you stupid husband.
Does anyone know what this actress is called?
What?
Yes, I do. I think I
She's
rattled
Twilight
her name
Zone.
off. No. I rattled her name off.
Oh.
But she actually does a fine
Okay,
job.
Helen
here.
Cooper is played by Marilyn Eastman.
Right. She actually does like a fine job here. She
Yeah.
portrays
All these actors are
an
good.
annoyed housewife who has to put up with her husband's shenanigans very well.
Yeah.
Is also like her husband is also a bit angry about it.
And their kids
And-
having
but
a hard
also-
time. Got bit by a
Right.
zombie.
Dude, I think the
Yeah.
kid is playing a phenomenal role right now, sleeping.
And also,
you can't help but notice she's asleep.
they establish how a zombie bites you in her arm. and
Well, no, they haven't.
eventually-
They haven't released that yet. They didn't.
Well, I mean, like in this movie in general, for zombie movies and all zombie movies,
Every subsequent zombie movie. It's
that
a
the
little bit
zombie
like,
bites you, you'll eventually just get sick and die, and then turn into a zombie
No.
yourself.
a little bit like being
Dude,
bit
just
by a
like from
werewolf.
Dusk Till Dawn, the vampire bit the dad.
Yeah,
the,
yeah, like
the
vampires.
religious dad, and then I think he even killed his own son in that.
Mm.
Someone killed his
But,
son, not him.
But yeah, a lot of
Oh,
Spoilers for other movies.
Yeah,
now.
well, that thing again. That's 95.
This
So if
is
these
like
little jerkwads.
all zombies. Rules,
I get it. If your
all
kids are
classic
young,
zombie rules came from this movie. What?
Well, if you're young, you shouldn't have seen it yet. If you're over 18, you should go see it.
18. Dude, I saw that movie when I was like 12.
Who? What?
Actually, I don't, did I? Can't remember.
Which one?
What?
From Dusk Till Dawn.
So
Oh yeah,
George
that's a great movie.
Clooney, Quentin Tarantino,
How'd they do the projector?
Harvey Keitel.
Did they like bring the
I'm not
projector
coming back. I'm
on
never
the sheet
coming
on the
back up.
hillside so you could watch it in Columbia? Is that how it worked?
Actually, it was
2 minutes later, he opened the door
I
back
think part
up.
of it was filmed in Columbia. The strip club was filmed in Columbia. Yeah. Yep.
I'll buy that for $1.
RoboCop.
Anyway, yeah. So this is
Now they're carrying after the little girl.
Little zombie girl.
Judy came down to comfort Helen Cooper,
She date.
and not a lot's going on right now.
Why don't you get out of here?
right. I can't help but feel like we skipped over some.
They got a
important parts.
TV.
Dude, I think we've been
They got
rattling. We've been sidebarring this whole. I mean, this movie is awesome, but we've been sidebarring.
Right.
They got
most
a
of it.
TV
we
and
could go back about 20
radio.
minutes and keep talking about more things.
Right.
What?
Well, okay. Let's go to this scene now, guys. Okay, so at this point, finally, Cooper's wife,
Everyone's
Helen,
out of the cellar.
yeah, everyone's like, okay,
She's
let's
like,
see what's
oh,
going on.
look at the little.
Look at the
Barbara
braille.
still
Has-
is busy having a
thing.
mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
couch,
girl is
the
officially
armrest.
like
She's like, oh, she's just a
clinically
freako.
like yeah.
She's just a freaked out little girl.
Oh yeah,
Right.
she's freaked. Cooper's like looking around. He's investigating now. He's kind of like coming up to see what's
Right.
going on now that everything is safe since
She's
Ben.
like, should I save
has
you? Be the
boarded up
mom,
everything.
Just secure the
or
location.
just chill
Dude, the
here?
mom's like, let me just sit over here. Yeah, let me do that.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah,
Actually, this,
get more interested in the radio and the TV and such.
Dude, this Barbara is losing it. Like done. Like Dunsky.
Now she's like, oh no, I
See?
can smoke.
Dude, now she's
Everyone
gonna smoke her
smokes.
cigaretties.
I don't know if you guys noticed earlier, but the husband stole one of his wife's cigarettes because his were gone.
Dude, that jerk.
Everyone smokes.
It's always the husband's fault.
For some reason, lighting up just sits off Barbara there.
Don't be afraid
She's
of
like
me.
she's almost like
I'm
she's
just a
regressed to like a
zombie.
childlike state.
Yeah. That jerk?
Yeah.
That jerkhead, he's married?
The
Yeah.
jerk wife?
That jerkwad?
See.
He
That's
comes
the
in,
thing.
complains, and every statement this guy says is a complaint. It's kind of funny.
Right. Yeah, again, yeah.
Give me one of those.
Taking all his wife's cigarettes.
Dude, this jerkwad.
And
Dude, where's his Zippo?
Zippo.
Yep, that'll happen in the apocalypse.
Yeah.
You'll need one of those.
She's
To
talking
make
about how her
fire.
brother was killed. They're just kind of looking at her.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think you have a good time at the top of the stairs. Fortified. If they can't get up the stairs, then you're fine, right?
If
They
you
can't-
run out of ammo, they
These
will.
zombies can. I mean,
What are you talking about?
well, they can climb stairs easily.
No, I mean if you all go upstairs and then like
What if they
block
burn
the
you?
stairs,
Well,
Burn
they,
you?
They wouldn't start a fire. The undead or whatever they're called.
they're not
don't like
that smart
fire.
yet. That's like the third or fourth movie in or something. These are the OG first zombies.
I think that's well.
I'm
they
saying
have-
you go upstairs, you plow, you put everything on the stairs so the zombies can't even get up. And when they do try to get up, it's a tiny little narrow area, so you just knock them out when they're trying to get up, and then wait till morning. You can hold it out, and
Well-
or you could even board up the stairs or something like
Well,
that.
if you knocked out the railing and then boarded up the top of the stairs, you
Yeah,
might stand
that's
a
what I
shot.
mean. Yeah, and you just stand on it, and then you can even have a little escape route on the side there, and then like be on top of the roof, like picking them out or picking them off. Get like a giant like
Well, going
the
back-
hoe or the thing. They're at a farmhouse.
Did
There's
you
a
say the hoe?
yeah. They gotta have
Well,
a
let's see. 28
hay-
days later,
hay pick
the
or
apartment building, they block off the stairwells and escalators with
Pardon me, guys. I need to grab one ice
what we call
cube.
it, shopping carts. And then in Land of the Dead, they're stuck up on the roof of the mall and the gun shop, right?
yeah.
The problem being, you're kind of stuck up there after that.
Well, I mean, you're
There's no-
you're on a
there's no
little
escape
farm,
route.
but yeah, you're on a little farmhouse. You're only up one floor, so you can't just go out a window and jump down. So you're not
Possibly.
that stuck.
Yeah, I suppose so.
And I would have like a little escape route, like ready to go, on the backside or something. And like
Well,
yeah, like
that's
get
why
the and they're at a farm, so get the what is it, the 4-pronged? What is it? Just the
The pitchfork?
the
What?
pitchfork. Yeah, pitchfork, and
Right.
just extend that, and start picking at them, and you're at the top.
Right. Notice this.
I've been
it's
doing all
interesting.
kinds of stuff. Well, I mean, I guess because I've seen so many zombie movies,
See, this is the
I
thing
have
that
it planned out.
they barely ever talk about in zombie movies because it's always taken after the apocalypse. But here they have like
The initial like broadcast of what.
broadcast and an armed federal response where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, we've set up disaster shelters. The precursor to the FEMA camps that we're all going to get locked up in.
All right,
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah. Goodness.
That's actually very true. Those camps were designed to keep us in,
Hey.
Right.
rather than to save us. I mean, we all know what happened with the New Orleans thing. That was no save. That was a disaster in and of itself. Aside from the disaster.
Oh no.
Sidebar.
And here, there's a list of locations. So they have a place to go.
Yeah. There's a protocol going on.
Unlike any other zombie
Like a
movie, most of the
hurricane or
zombie
something.
movies, it's always afterwards. So presumably it's failed.
Yeah.
The
I
only
like,
other-
and then this one they make it seem so easy. Like the cleanup, they're like, yeah, just rolling around, taking them out. They're slow. We got
Set
a
'em
lot of
on
guns. Shoot them in the head.
As opposed to, say, I guess the
We'll
only
have
other
this
movie that
done
Dude,
by
this-
morning.
the only other movie that kind of takes on this issue would possibly be World War Z.
Oh God, where Brad Pitt is like the doctor.
Yeah, it is
He's
kinda
he's the
silly.
savior.
But I do like
the
others.
warrior, and like
Well, even that's dumb because like they have, like, oh, we have our wall, and then they just climb up it like in the movie, like
Right. It's
dude,
like,
the wall. Dude,
shouldn't
this is
it-
not Mexico, okay? This is
Zombies.
Zombie
climb over.
movie.
Also, shouldn't you have set that on fire? I guess I don't know.
the wall or Mexico.
Zombies.
Oh,
Yeah, we're going back to World War Z.
Yeah,
they're
and
trying
then
to climb the wall.
I think-
you set some throw some gasoline down there.
Yeah, set them on fire. And
They didn't think of that in the movie?
Whether in this movie they're talking about how the radiation's coming back for some satellite that they went to Jupiter or something like that. And I think that's taken back from the original like alien concept of the movie, which was like a radiation coming back from a satellite that returned from Earth, then went to space, and then that's why it's like
Plan 9 from outer space.
Yeah, and then that's causing the undead phenomenon. Like as soon as you die, the radiation brings you back to life. And
Something like a phenomenon.
Yeah, it's like a phenomenon.
No.
And then you start eating people.
Okay, speaking of eating people.
And it's just weird because, I don't know.
All right, check this out, guys. I know that we ran through the George A. Romero revenues. Let me just give you a little taste of what John Russo did. So, with his films, I'll just name off the first three. Return of the Living Dead, 1985. Production budget of $4 million. Did pretty well. Domestic gross of $14 million, adjusted for today's dollars, be $36 million. So that was cool. Return of the Living Dead 2, 1988. Production budget of $6 million. Pulled in a domestic gross of $9 million, adjusted for today's dollars, $20 million. So they did very well. And then Return of the Living Dead 3 came out in 1993. Production budget of $2 million. And unfortunately, the domestic gross was $54,000. So adjusted for today, it'd be like 118 G's, which is not, for some reason, everyone in the 90s was pretty much done with zombie flicks. And they went more, I guess, towards like Wes Craven and like slasher type things. Like I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I really think about it like that, but yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
There wasn't a lot. Well, no, they had. There's the 90 version of Night of the Living Dead, and then there's the.
But I don't think that did like. I mean,
well, looking
Resident
back,
Evil.
I think there's like
Resident Evil
came out in 99, I think.
A sense of, I think repetition is they kept drawing back on the same things they established with this movie. Part of the reason this movie has endured so long is because it introduced so many aspects and themes to the zombie, I guess you would say, mythos genre.
Yeah, tropes.
And then what happened was a lot of these movies followed on, just kept repeating a lot of similar things without necessarily adding much new or engaging with it. So he was kind of rehashing the same content over and over again.
Yeah, I guess Dawn of the Dead, the remake one, that was.
But you get something like
or something,
The Walking
right?
Dead, which kind of throws a new twist on it, or throws the same old zombie thing, but with maybe just a little bit of extra human drama. Telegenic people. Then suddenly it's popular again. So,
What are other good zombie movies in the 90s? The Faculty.
That's what I'm saying. That wasn't really a zombie as much as it was like a monster.
Movie.
They were like it was like a monster thing,
Or
like an
aliens.
alien thing, right? Yeah. Like that's what I'm saying. Like people, I really think people got tired of just the whole zombie thing.
I remember. There's got to be a couple of them. A couple of these got to be during the 90s.
There is Return of the Living Dead Part 3, and that grossed $54,000.
I mean, that didn't do. That's what I mean. They're not like highly regarded in the zombie movie community. But I mean,
honestly, I can't think of.
I'm trying to think. Can't really.
I really think it went slasher 80s.
Yeah.
Like funky scream. I Know What You Did Last Summer 90s. And then 2000s is kind of just a rehash of a lot of things.
Now it's been done so much, you don't even realize the zombie movie came out. And you're just like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, okay, what's the next one? Double Tap, Zombieland.
Zombieland
with Woody Harrelson. Is it Emma Stone? I know I'm missing a couple of characters.
The new one, that one's about to come out.
That one's coming out.
Well, hey,
Zombieland's good.
Well, what about the first one? Did you guys see the first one?
Yeah,
so
it's
what was
good.
that last George Romero movie you mentioned?
I believe it was Survival of the Dead, which came out in 2009. Yeah, it didn't do
so
well
same year
at
as
all.
Zombieland, initially.
Well, that's because Zombieland was a comedy. It just completely spun it spun everything backwards, right? And I think that's why everyone loved it. Yeah, I think everyone loved it.
It was fun. Yeah.
Where the traditional theme of more
that'd been
zombies,
run into the ground because no one had bothered doing anything.
Survival of the Dead pulled in $101,000
That's what it is.
against a budget of $4 million.
That was
just
90s,
goes
right?
to show. That was in
2000,
2009.
Shaun of the Dead? Wow.
Oh, Shaun of the Dead. I don't know that one.
That was late. That was after Space.
I think that was
would have
2004, right?
mid-2000s.
That was 2004,
early
I think.
2000s, yeah.
That was earlier.
A lot of early 2000s zombie movies. That's
No, but
when it
wasn't
came
that
back,
a
I
comedy,
guess.
Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah, but I mean, it's still like a zombie movie.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like people got tired of the whole, same
And that's why
thing.
it's a comedy and not just a regular zombie movie. Yeah.
So, I mean, the one I guess outlier, the one that kind of like freak thing. Well, no, not even because AMC's Walking Dead was 2009, 2010, I guess. So it wouldn't even be considered anywhere near 90s. Yeah.
So the best part The best part of zombies in the 90s is Resident Evil.
Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2, I think that was still... Wasn't Resident Evil 2 still
Which
90s?
again, it was a fresh take on it because they were
It was essentially a remake of this, but
action movie
modernized
zombies.
action.
Resident Evil 2 may have been in the early 2000s. I can't remember.
Just the first game, I just love just the setting and it's just like this. Just survive the night in the house against the
Dude, the
horde of
first
undead.
Resident Evil
Like, that's all you need.
that came out, I think it was in 2001. That was badass. And then I don't like any of the other ones after
Was
that.
it
really.
that late? I thought it was 99.
Nah, I think it was like 2001.
Yeah, it probably was later.
But that was
Early
awesome.
2000s.
That was really cool.
Mila
But I
Jovovich.
think,
I do like the first Resident
yeah,
Evil
the first
movie.
one was good, but the rest of
For
them I
some
don't
reason,
even bother.
it's like dumb,
I
but
don't
I
even
still kind of
bother.
like it. But the other ones I don't like.
On behalf of the panel, I would like to apologize for our research failures here.
We are doing a
Oh, the
little
movie
bit of
dates are
guessing.
kinda all
We're
around.
doing a little bit of
Yeah,
guessing.
yeah.
We're close. We're pretty close.
Early 2000s.
All right, back
You
to...
know, it's a thing that happened.
Yeah, it's a thing that happened at some point in time. No. Back to the movie. Okay.
Resident
So-
Evil was 2002.
2002.
2002. Okay, I said 2001. I was very close.
Close. I said,
But your
I
bid
said
went over.
99.
Yeah, you were way
I
off.
was way off.
Johnny Walker is way
Bruno
off.
Diaz was the closest without going over.
What?
Price is Right rules.
Oh, come on. Drew
Anyway,
Carey.
But just another thing I would point out here. The whole disaster response
Moonshine.
thing is like a throwback to like monster movies of the 50s where you'd have government authorities trying to do something. Only it just seems to be more effective in this case than against fighting like giant cardboard ants or whatever.
I will tell you what will scare
Yeah.
off the zombies aside from fire.
When was 28 Days Later? What
This
year was that?
kid's haircut. Look at that thing.
The bowl
Well,
cut?
I don't even
It's
know
a little
what.
boy
I don't
cut.
know if it's a bowl cut. I don't know
Damn
what
near
it
a
is.
ramen haircut.
I think he has one haircut in his life.
Make those Molotovs.
Anyway,
Molotov
Tom?
cocktail.
28 Days Later was also 2002.
Oh, wow.
So it looked like things were turning around for the zombie genre.
Yeah, early 2000s is when
But
it came
by
back.
introducing new things to it, introducing different aspects of it.
Or
you know,
just remaking good versions of it.
right, having more interesting things to say about it instead of rehashing the same old Night of the Living Dead things that were
I guess
innovative,
Bin Bin.
interesting in 1968, but had been kind of run into the ground by repetition by the 2000s.
Dude, I'm still waiting for George A. Romero to come back from the dead.
Right. But essentially, you just contrast this relationship between that of Mr. Cooper and his wife. They're much more cooperative, more of a team.
Loving and caring.
Right. Whereas Mr. and Mrs.
We can
Cooper
get through anything.
seem to snipe at each other a lot.
Come on,
Now
Judy.
build me these bombs, girl.
Right. Pretty much.
Dude, this guy's a smooth talker, though.
Yeah. He's getting he's getting better in his acting as the movie goes along.
Much like Matthew
I like
Broderick
Little
and Lady
Flute.
Hawk, you can watch him visibly improve as an actor as the movie progresses.
Lady Hawk.
What?
What is that even? What movie is that?
Well, for one thing, it's got Rutger Hauer, so it's automatically awesome.
Oh.
And that's about it.
Oh. Really? That's it? Oh, Idle Hands. That's a comedy.
Not to do with zombies.
Yeah, I guess they're demons. They're not really zombies.
Right.
Dude, he just kissed Judy.
Evil Dead. Yeah, those are more demons than zombies.
Yeah, no, Evil Dead is definitely not zombie.
Yeah,
Just
those
want
are
to make
demons
that
for
clear,
sure, yeah.
Clear. Those are hellions from hell.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Come on, Barbara.
Barbara.
Looks
Okay,
like they
Barbara's still flipping out.
have intervention around her.
Yeah.
Everyone's circling around
Come
her.
on, Barbara. You can get off the couch.
Come on, you silly goose.
She
Out
doesn't
of
wanna
here.
leave.
Yes. Leave.
Let us go.
Okay. Down in
Right.
the cellar. All right.
Ding, ding, ding.
Down in the basement.
Poor Barbara.
Dude, there's Cooper carrying some Pepsi.
The homemade Molotov cocktails.
Oh, right. He's going to go upstairs, get a vantage point, and
This
start.
is where they fail mission completely.
Well,
Just fabulous.
Well, I don't think it's so much Ben or Cooper's fault as it is, what's her face? Judy and the kid, the boyfriend.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah.
all just terrible. And I like how, I mean, it's kind of funny how.
So, yeah, if this were
They're-
Covenant, he'd be the one who slipped on the blood. And
Yeah,
just
yeah,
immediately
exactly. This
fell
is
in
the
Slipped on the
slip,
blood,
this is the
shoots the
slip on the
shotty in
blood
the
moment
air.
of the movie,
Pew!
Yeah.
where they're like, "Oh, classic horror movie where they're just idiots and they just kill themselves because they suck." But which is kind of lame. But I mean, it does progress the plot forward in a more because like, what do they do? Just get away and then get to the gun guys, but.
Right.
Or have any other kind of venture out in the woods on a
Dude,
truck.
they actually played Night of the Living Dead 68 version in the movies.
Look, Caesar Zombie.
at like one of the closest movie theaters around here, and I went to go watch it. It was kind of cool.
This
It was
one?
a couple of years ago. Yeah, it was a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're increasingly there. If you look around in your locale, you'll find movie theaters showing repertoire and older things and more interesting things. Just because a lot of modern movies suck.
Whee! Fire!
They love
Dude.
that. Fire is their favorite.
All right.
Scarily close to the truck, though.
What's stopping them from banging on the doors and windows now, I guess? Then there's a lot of meat in there.
Well, they're still congregating, I guess. They're still kind of just...
I mean, I guess that couch maybe just went out a little while ago.
Yeah,
it's
he
been
had
running for
a
some time.
previous fire barrier.
Yeah. Well, no, that probably went out a long time ago. Look, that dude's on fire.
Right.
Dude, some kind of fire.
One of these, I think it might have been that one. One of the shots where the zombies are on fire was actually an accident, and they had to put him out real quick before
Really?
anything bad happened. Yeah. Unless Trey was still on fire out there. He
Yeah.
just ripped his shirt.
Right.
Dude, Judy's
That's not what you do to a
boyfriend-
zombie.
Judy's boyfriend is...
You don't rip his shirt.
Just rip...
Now he wants to eat even more.
Dude, Judy
She's like,
is
I'm gonna
running...
suck. Hold on.
Yep.
Dude, she's
Undisciplined.
supporting her man, dude. She's good. She's
I
good.
mean, just stick to the plan, girl.
She's good,
Oh,
man.
now I'm in the middle of
Cooper
nowhere.
shut the door
Oh.
on her.
Everybody's
the
gonna looks at
headlights.
her like, he's like, you coming? Come on,
you
yeah.
silly goose. Get in.
Don't just
Yeah.
stand there like,
That cost some precious seconds.
Well, dude, remember,
Yeah.
like,
Need
these
those
people are
seconds.
trying to
But
eat
they're-
them.
They are like regular
She's
people, though. So it's more
freaking out.
forgivable than, say, like our crew of space explorers in Covenant.
yeah, this is.
It's just average people like,
You're
caught
allowed,
out
you're
by
allowed to
surprise.
freak out. Like Barbara, they're like, all right, take care of Barbara.
Not the trained crew. I don't know why I keep going on about it, but yeah, it just,
Dude, you love to
yeah,
hate
you
that
hate
movie.
them. Yeah, you hate
it
them.
just annoys me so much. That,
Dude, wait till the next one comes
Turtleneck
out.
zombie.
right.
Rah.
Dude, I think that's the first zombie. He's on fire now.
No, was it him?
I think that's him.
I couldn't tell. But just a little note. Apparently, the makeup artist said the way she designed the zombies was she kind of made them pale, and then she also like took certain facial features and exaggerated them to make them look ghastly.
I thought that's how people looked in the 60s any damn way.
Well, that
There's
too.
makeup in this movie,
So even though it wasn't elaborate or crazy blood effects or anything,
and there's daytime all of a sudden.
well, it's supposed to be nighttime. It's
I
not
know,
Day
I'm
for
just-
night.
Dude, that was the moonlight.
Having fun.
Yeah.
Okay, now they have a fire.
Look, there's Kylo Ren
They
zombie.
have a fire stick next to the gas, which is never a good idea.
Yeah, and he's like, let me put the torch down. I mean, I guess that's a good spot to put it down.
Dude,
See, they're really lucky this didn't
never
blow
a good
up.
idea.
Yeah.
Also, I noticed leaded gasoline.
And then he's like, let me just fucking spray it everywhere.
Dude, he just sprayed it all over
all
his
over the torch.
truck, dude. This
Watch out with the
kid.
torch. And he's like,
Right.
what? And it doesn't even reach. And then it's like, gotta get away from
He's
the
got
bump.
a clear gas, like, little line going straight towards his car, his truck.
Right.
I mean, it's a Chevy, right? So it's okay, but not when the kids are in there.
And they just cook these. They cook themselves for the zombies. The zombies
And Ben
love
is like,
this.
get out of the car, get out of the car. And
Get out of there. Anyway, so you want to know, fun fact, today I learned why the car kind of blew up.
What do you mean?
gas and
Gas
fire.
and fire?
But it was out of gas, recall?
Fumes and fire?
No, something
Well-
even more basic is that at the time, at least back then, a lot of the cars incorporated magnesium and magnesium alloys into the frame and chassis.
Combustible?
Now, one of the things that you notice about magnesium, yeah,
My jacket was cut. Oh, and now we're dead.
magnesium
Because
is very combustible at a low temperature and burns very hot.
Oh.
So it was the car frame? Oh, because it
Poss-
was out of gas, right? Yeah, you're
Right.
right.
So
Javier,
the car is just lightable?
Javier, your old age of knowledge is
Look, there's
very
Kylo Ren
interesting.
zombie.
This guy's got
See
no
him?
shirt on him.
Yeah. So yeah, car fires could have been were much more serious back then. So that's
Dude.
why magnesium is generally not used in vehicles now, except for in some alloy.
Yeah,
rims.
that's
I don't even know what magnesium is used for aside from what you just said. Aside from like a mayonnaise byproduct or something. Well, I don't know what it is.
mayonnaise. Isn't it a
Well,
vitamin?
Tellingly, you can buy blocks of it in the hardware store to use as a fire starter.
Oh,
I am the fire starter. Not.
it's a turtleneck zombie. It's a
Dude.
cowboy
Okay,
zombie.
so Ben is now retreating with his little
Look, I
fire
like this
stick.
shot right here. Like you peek him, you see him peeking through the trees.
Right.
Who, the
it goes-
zombie?
yeah, no, him in the background, and you see him get all the way to the house, and then it turns, and then here he goes right to the
Dude,
door.
he's good, man. Ben
That's
is
a good one.
Ben's
that's
a
good-
warrior, dude.
I just
He's-
like that shot, just
he's a
because it
warrior.
shows him way in the distance, like duck and dodge away from all the zombies, and then
And
they get all the
Cooper
way
has
back
him
to the
locked
house.
out. Cooper has him locked out.
Just peeking between the trees.
And Cooper can clearly hear him, and
Yeah.
Ben's like, "Screw you! I'm kicking the door." And he catches Cooper just.
He's like, "I watched you
sitting there,
running away from me.
I see you."
I could have just shot you."
Cooper's
Lock
like,
the
"I
door
see you
back
too.
up.
I see you. See me."
And then he decides to come help.
Yeah.
Okay, now that the door's closed and everything's good, and
He's
Cooper
like,
comes help.
"Now I'm just gonna punch you afterwards and not shoot
dude.
you."
I would shoot Cooper. Well, I don't know if I would shoot him because I still need him, but I might.
Well, he helped
I'd be
him.
very
He's helping him
upset.
right now, but
Right,
still,
but he left him locked out, man. Ben had to kick
Right.
the door
if
in.
they would have had just opened the door, that door would be a lot more secure.
Yeah. I don't know what I would have done, but it would not have been good.
Tensions
shoot
are
this
running
guy.
high.
Okay, now Ben is like
The left hook
boom,
and then the right hook.
boom, boom. Mom must have knocked you out.
Yeah, mom's knocking you out. Something
Round
like
two.
a phenomenon.
Okay, so Cooper is taking a beating at this point because rightfully so though. Damn,
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
the basketball player. He was a basketball coach.
He's a
right?
coach.
He
More
was
like
a coach.
wailing with Mr. Cooper.
Dude, I remember that show. That show was so
Look,
funny.
he wants to feed him to him.
That show was so
Nice.
funny. That show was so cheesy. It was funny.
Yeah.
Okay, and we got Cooper bleeding, not from a Coke, not from a line of Coke.
And
but
look,
from actually,
barbecue on the house.
Did you say Barbara Q?
barbecue on
It's
the?
not
if
Barbara.
only it
though,
was
it's
Barbara.
Judy.
Yeah.
I know.
It's Judy Q.
Judy Q, along with her boyfriend.
Judy
and
Q.
Barbara is downstairs, I think, freaking out still, right?
Nah, she's
Yeah.
just chilling.
Okay, now
And
we show
everybody
the
takes a
zombies.
piece.
Dude, I like it. Dude, in this scene, they have
They're
a
cooked.
they have a distorted low bass effect
Yeah, yeah.
to get just to show like, okay, zombies are out eating people. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
I do. Yeah, that's a good touch.
it's kind of cool.
So
I mean,
that's where Texas Chainsaw got it from.
no, Texas Chainsaw was
Mm-hmm.
times like 9 times over again.
Well, there was some heavy duty industrial noise back there too, but
Dude, Texas Chainsaw, they were using like a sawbone or some crap and playing it backwards with
Bone
some
saw?
filter. Yeah, or yeah, bone saw or something.
right.
A sawbone.
Anyway, so apparently it's chunks of ham with chocolate sauce all over it,
Oh,
which everyone's eating.
that's a hand.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, but the meat part.
I know. Look,
Yeah.
Caesar
dude,
zombie.
All
disgusting.
right. That's one of the things that freaked people out. You know, Ben nearly threw up there.
Dude, I'm about to throw up now.
It's gross. And that's part of the things. One of the reasons this film was so shocking and like sets it apart between the modern and old era of horror is that it crosses that line into being. There's some really gross parts going on in here. Some graphic things happening.
Dude, not good. Not good for business. And dude, I love the wife. She's still in heels. That'd be my wife back in the 60s.
They have heels in Colombia.
Yes, we actually make them straight from the caves.
Sadly, Barbara here is still.
Barbara is out of it. She's like, oh,
Barbara's
she sounds
little.
like, yes. You might as well
But-
just like shut her ass up. She's making no sense.
All right. Anyway, loading up the lever action.
Load
here.
that gun.
And
Oh, there's also, sorry, side note, there's a movie about the Winchester widow or wife or something like that. And then she builds a crazy house off of the money that she gets off of the Winchester rifle. I don't know. I just thought we should watch it.
Huh? Okay, well, remember that.
Sorry,
we gotta
side
jot,
note.
We gotta
just-
jot that down.
yeah, yeah.
Did you get that because he's loading his Winchester? Is that
Yes,
how you
yeah,
remember?
yeah. That's why I thought
Okay.
of it.
sadly, I can't tell what caliber it's in. Most of the modern ones were loaded in 30-30, but the old ones would have been in 32 or something.
Mm. Johnny's got the keys.
So she's back at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Barbara's talking about Johnny having the keys.
I could have sworn they were like gonna make a plan to get back to her car and all that stuff. That's what it seemed like.
They thought to,
Yeah.
but then it didn't
Shit,
work
it's
out
the
that
fan.
way. Yeah.
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 Okay, now Ben actually has a very, he's got a legitimate concern about the daughter, which, I mean,
He's
just
the
shows
most level.
he's a good guy. He's a good
the
guy,
most
man.
level-headed out of everybody.
Ben
Right.
was
That's why
Bill
he's the main-
Cosby before Bill Cosby was Bill Cosby. I swear to God.
No.
He was he's like just a
I didn't see Ben with
Family
any
Matters.
roofies.
I mean, what is it?
huh?
Cosby Show.
Yeah,
Is
he's
this
like,
the Cosby Show?
it was a main black dude, like as the main actor. So no,
they
they're
already
not
lost 2 of the children.
No,
They're in a different world now.
okay, okay. We're
that
at the
Barbara?
scene where this girl is like eating a piece of flesh, like a chicken wing. Now we're back to, I guess the newscasters are pretty much trying to give updates on still what nobody really knows what's going on. No one knows, right? It's all speculation.
All right.
And
Speculation not. They do have an armed response though.
now
which is,
here, Cooper I don't
really
think
wants that gun.
Cooper wants the gun, but he also doesn't want to believe that it's the undead. He
Right.
pretty much dismisses the very idea.
Right.
So this guy right here, the news guy,
He plays himself. He's like a real dude. He's like a guy.
He is a local Pittsburgh TV celebrity, hosted a horror movie program on Channel 11, and he occasionally
played-
reported the news.
Yeah, he played the reporter.
He's
here.
a
It's
reporter.
kinda funny.
He's a
Cooper
news
could do
reporter,
similar
yeah.
with The Shining, if you recall. All the on-air talent in The Shining was
It was
local
actual on.
Wait,
yeah,
who was
local on channel, yeah.
who was doing the news? Oh, there were like local news people in when God damn, who's the guy that got like axed in the gut? What's his name? Doc.
A ghoul.
His name is Doc, right? No.
No, he calls Danny Doc.
He calls Danny Doc. I forget the guy's name, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He's an
Oh
interloper.
man.
A cook. Cook.
All right. So now we got basically
Yeah,
the
and then these
locals.
guys this is what would
We got
happen.
the good old boys.
Yeah.
Pretty much loaded up.
These are the what gun nuts can't wait for it to happen.
Dude, there is no
So they can all-
such thing as a gun nut. Johnny Walker.
please. And then, like,
Okay, I am offended by that term.
There's
Grow
only
up.
nuts.
I'm a
with guns.
millennial and I don't own guns, and I'm still offended by the term gun nut.
looks like the guns own you.
I would have thought growing up in Columbia, you would have been exposed to them in the nightly gunfire.
Anyway, it's the
yes.
ideal situation for a person who has a lot of guns, because then they know how to shoot. They've been in the shooting range all the time. They know a lot of people that also
No.
have guns. So it's like, yeah, let's get together and
Not a
like
lot
we
of
got
guns.
this.
One gun and lots of ammunition.
Wait, they all have guns.
Well, each one of them, it's 1-to-1 pretty much.
I meant other people that go to the shooting range. You know each other, so it's easy to to
Like-
come together and be like, we can easily take care of the situation
Well, that's
because
what
we're
they say
ready
what's
to
been
go.
happening here. The sheriff goes around, gathers everybody with a rifle. and
Yeah, that's
says,
what I'm saying.
"You're
Like this is
deputized
not
now."
this is what I'm saying. Yeah, they're not policemen. They're not just people. They're just local people with guns. They're around, like he's the sheriff, and then he's just going around taking care of it. And they're the local militia is what they say. Yeah.
Well, they deputize people. Something in the 21st century seems to forgot is civic responsibility for maintaining your community,
Yeah.
with or without firearms if necessary.
And I think, and that's like one of the coolest parts of this movie is like, and they're just waiting for them to come to them because that's literally their local news that they're watching, and they're like, go to Willard, and then that's where they're trying to go. It's to the Willard station, and that's where those guys are going,
Right.
clearing the way all the way to there.
Yeah. And then the power's been cut now.
Yeah, now the power's out.
Power's cut.
Things are starting to go south for these guys. Well, not
Yeah.
starting to, but going further south for these guys.
It means the zombies are getting stronger.
They're getting stronger and closer. Cooper is freaking out. He wants the gun.
Yeah,
Right.
just get a bat, dude.
Dude,
But
get a
yeah,
nail gun or something.
Yeah.
Anything.
I'd make some kind of
You could make
gauntlet.
something out of those scraps of wood or grab a tool, improvise a
Oh
spear.
no! Look, they're getting smart
Dude,
again.
you could do like Harvey Keitel and make a cross out of wood, 2 wooden.
Oh,
poles.
because the fire's out.
Yep. Fire's
That's what it
finally
was.
out.
Yeah.
Where is the fire starter?
Yeah,
That's
you got to burn another chair.
now they finally start their assault on the house.
And the power's out, so all the lights are out.
Oh, true. Okay,
So
yeah. I
that's
got
why
you.
they come
Oh,
knocking.
yeah.
All right.
They don't like the light.
And they could throw rocks at the windows, but they couldn't. It doesn't matter because they're boarded up, so they
Yeah.
couldn't stop the light. But now
And
the
one
fire's
of
out,
one of the
power's out.
zombies picked up a rock. Now all of them are picking up
There's
something to bang
Barbara,
on the
like,
doors and stuff.
"Ooh?" Barbara's a deer in the headlights.
Yeah,
at
why
this
would you
point.
not go upstairs? That was a zombie throw if I've ever seen one. Ugh.
Yeah.
Let me just throw this rock through this window. Bleh.
But it'll be a long time before we saw zombies doing anything as active again.
Yeah,
I guess that's also a part of it.
Okay, let's
and
see
then
when the next
zombies
zombie-
really should be slow because they are the undead or the dead.
All
So
right.
they're
So this
Yeah,
came out in
reanimated, so they should be like kind of like.
68. This came out in 68. The next one was 78. Followed by that was
He's more worried about the gun than he is
85,
what's happening.
And then
Right.
John Russo came
Silly
out in
bastard.
85 as well. Yeah, there were a bunch of 80s zombie movies which are awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was really the main one in the 60s, and I think there was just one sequel in the 70s. Not really sure of any
Often
other-
imitated, never duplicated.
Yeah.
And what sucks is that he was right. They would have been fine in the cellar.
Actually, that is true. It's being borne out that
Yeah.
safer in the cellar
Yeah.
for now.
Just because the door and the
Cooper?
way it's angled
Cooper?
and like all that stuff.
Yeah, Cooper turned out to be right, more or less.
Damn.
But
And
only
then
after
he's
he
gonna
cleared out
get
the
shot.
cellar.
Does he shoot him?
Oh,
Yeah.
why, wait. Why did he shoot him? Because he tried to steal the gun
He
from
tried to
him?
steal the gun from him.
Yeah.
Dude.
You're next, honey.
Again, yeah.
And then this girl, I think, just stands there by the door getting eaten by zombies because her husband is dead. So she's just like, I don't care anymore.
All right. Like I said, The Walking
Dude, there's
Dead.
Barbara.
Barbara finally snaps out of
Cooper's
it.
like, ugh.
He's like, no, must.
He's like,
go
must continue
to the
acting.
basement.
Must stay in the film.
The Walking Dead made 10 seasons out of this 90-minute movie, pretty much.
Barely. It's not hold.
Dude, I like
it
how
holds a candle
Cooper's
to this
shoes
one.
are still pretty clean.
Look, there's an axe and all kinds of stuff right there. What are y'all
Right.
doing?
Yeah, seriously.
There's a daughter.
The axe right there. You don't show me the axe.
He
I'm
wants
not
to get one last view of his daughter before he croaks.
Right.
using- And she's zombie time.
Is she zombie time?
Zombie time.
Zombie. Zombie.
R.I.P. Cranberries.
Yeah. The singer, yeah.
It's a good death.
All right. Cooper just ate it.
And then Barbara pretty much
Now-
eats it because of this.
Wait, where's
damn
Barbara though?
Helen
that's-
or whatever. her
Okay,
name
Barbara's
is.
just
Still
sitting
panicking.
there, not helping Helen.
Well, this is what snaps her out of
Look,
it.
I think that's the first zombie right there. The first.
Because she's like watching
That just reminds
some.
me of, or, you know, I just realized it. The Thriller video is pretty much just this.
Oh yeah.
dude.
And look,
Thriller.
Thriller.
she's like, no, don't eat that person. She
Yeah.
like snaps
Okay,
out of it.
now
She's,
Barbara
'cause she's
gets
like,
to it.
and then she gets free finally, and then she just leaves.
Okay, this is awesome. The
She's
daughter
eating
is
his
eating
elbow,
Cooper.
or yeah.
She's,
Yeah.
She bit his arm off, dude.
Yeah.
It's like completely off. Look at it. She ate his
Oh
arm
yeah,
off.
she bit his arm off.
Yeah.
Hungry Child.
She's hungry.
And now
She's
she's
like, "Oh, new
approaching
fresh meat."
Mama
Yeah.
Cooper.
Just kick her over. Oh yeah, it's daughter.
Dude, it's a daughter. You would even if you like.
If
well,
it was
I
a
don't know.
daughter, yeah.
And
Yeah, you
she-
can't.
You'd
felt
kick
bad.
her over slightly.
And hit her neck on
And
the
then this is so
Slightly. Kick her
Softly.
in the head slightly.
Uh, so this is kind of weird to me, which is is the zombie smart, or is it some kind of like leftover aggression from the daughter?
Right, yeah.
Toward the
because
zombie
normally
just
they would
doesn't-
go. The
And the
other
weird like
zombies-
echo effects and the scream and everything. This part's
Right.
crazy.
Well, it is
Right.
a child killing their parents. I mean,
Yeah, it's pretty
one of the
traumatic.
worst crimes
Yeah,
that can happen.
Dude, this happens all the
and
time.
it's pretty
today.
graphic. Like she's just stabbing her over and over again with blood on the wall.
Yeah, this scene is especially violent
the
for the
effects,
time.
yeah.
For the time, yeah.
It's pretty freaky even now. But like the yeah, like that out of all the zombies, I never really see a zombie like kill someone and then eat them. Like they usually kind of just go for whatever.
Start eating
I
them.
guess she
Yeah.
was. Well, I don't know. She may have been the child. She may have had.
Yeah,
like,
that always
some-
kind of struck
yeah.
me as weird.
Yep, there's
who's-
Johnny.
Oh, Johnny. And then
Here's
she's
Johnny.
like, no.
Oh, that's the brother.
Hey, bruv.
And then look,
Dude.
and it sucks too because she's like, no, help, and then she's like, help me,
Yeah.
and then he just eats her, and it sucks.
Oh wow, dude, her
Carries her.
own brother kills
yeah,
her.
and that's what freaked her
undead
out, which got her
brother.
caught, and then got her eaten. Is
Right.
her love for
Okay.
her brother? No.
Now we got Ben.
Look, cowboy
basically.
zombie.
Dude, Ben's in a tight spot, man. The
Yeah.
place is getting over. There's the first zombie.
OG zombie.
OG zombie.
Right.
And we got the little kid
Kid
behind
zombie.
Ben.
Yeah. Look, right for the arm.
Yep. Immediately tries to eat him. I guess because the trowel was still
Oh,
buried in
you're
mom.
a zombie. Throw you away.
Right.
Toss a little girl. Okay.
Naughty
now
child.
Ben is gonna barricade
And
himself.
he's like,
here.
okay. It's weird to me they never try to go upstairs.
Who? The crew? Like everyone? Like the
Anybody.
team, like anybody?
Any of them.
Well, they did to throw the Molotov cocktails.
Yeah. I meant like as a
Like for
way
like
to go.
escape.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I would probably be.
I mean, I guess
fire
there
goes
is-
up, right? Fire goes up, heat rises. So if they burn the place,
Well, I mean, that's if there's a fire, but I mean,
Seller's
there's,
gonna-
if
More
there's
zombies picking
people,
up tools.
people are coming after you. I don't know.
I don't know. I think I'd barricade myself down. Well, I don't know. At
Well,
least
there's nowhere to go.
Well, yeah, the windows upstairs you can jump outside.
Yeah,
of. So I guess you're right.
there's-
No, I guess you're right.
There's
Johnny.
at least
So,
got to
yeah.
be one little
Johnny
spot,
Walker. I
one
think
little
you
corner.
are correct on that one. Yeah.
Like out of all the zombies surrounding the house, there's got to be one little
you're
corner
right, 'cause
that's like there's a tiny little sliver you can run past them or something
yeah.
like that.
There's more than many of the zombies
And you get
have
360.
tools.
Like
They're all picking up sticks.
if you're on the roof, you get 360 view. You know,
Dude, no, all right. The zombies are getting restless. They're trying to.
be cool if they just broke down the whole wall.
Dude, I love this low bass, like
yeah, it's
this
freaky.
low bass hum, like just to go with like, okay, you're basically screwed.
Yeah. First time I had a 5.1 surround and I heard that, I was like, is my system wrong? Oh, no. That's how it's supposed to be.
It's just awesomeness.
So subwoofer for you.
Okay, Cooper is now officially undead, and he's coming back from the dead. And
And they never
Ben's
liked each
like,
other, so this is
just
the end.
caps
He's
him.
like, can't wait to shoot you.
Dude, he
three
shoots him like
times.
three times, man. He doesn't
Save those
mind.
bullets, man.
Yeah, well, he doesn't mind unloading on him.
I guess
Plus,
he feels like he's
frustrated.
done for. Yeah.
He's frustrated. you might want to say one for yourself at that point, man. Just
Hmm.
eating alive or take yourself out. I don't know.
Ben's 2 level ahead for that, I think.
Yeah.
He prefers to keep on. That's part
Keep
of why
fighting,
he survives, because he
fighting
fights
till the
to
end.
live. Yeah.
Oh, and now the wife. Okay, he just reloaded and he caps the wife. Bye bye.
Right.
Done.
And again,
Dunsky.
in 1968, this would have been frightening to some audiences. The race riots breaking out across the country before this.
Race right. Yeah, it's
seriously.
true.
Yeah,
You're
but
right.
it's
Yeah,
more.
you're right.
But it's not. Yeah,
It's not racially motivated or.
yeah. That's what I love
outspoken,
about
but
it. It's like it's just and it's hard.
But
It's a hard sell for them to take it to that angle because it's just a character in a terrible situation.
Trying to survive.
So it's perfect because he could be either white or black. It doesn't matter. Like it has nothing to do
Right.
with it. It's the situation that he's in, and I think that's
Right.
why it's
it's
perfect
played-
for the time.
Right.
For him to it's I don't know.
They
At the
managed,
time, it is great for I don't know to have African American lead like this and then
Dude, what about,
be doing all these things like you're saying, but
I'm finally going to get something right on
they're
you guys.
doing it,
You guys
yeah.
have always made fun of me about this. But this
What?
is around the time where they had the first interracial kiss on Star Trek.
What?
60s.
would have been 67, I believe.
And this is 68. Right
Yeah.
around the same time. Ha!
Oh yeah. You did say that
I
a couple
finally
times
got
before.
it.
If I
What's her
recall
name?
correctly,
O'Hara. What's
no
her name?
less than
Not
Martin-
O'Hara, you meanie.
Oh, O'Hara.
No less than Martin Luther King himself told Michelle Nichols to stay on Star Trek
Jesus.
because she was black and on the bridge crew.
Terrible. No, I'm just kidding. What's her name?
Nichelle Nichols.
No, their name on Star Trek.
Uhura.
Oh,
Don't stop calling her that, guys.
yeah.
She's not a W word.
O'Hara.
She's not a whore.
No,
Okay.
Nyota Uhura. Wasn't that her name?
I mean, she kissed Kirk, right?
Yeah.
Listen,
kidding.
gentlemen.
That's like half Kirk's reputation right there.
We
Yeah.
are at the scene where the chopper just
Yeah.
lands and all the good old boys are
The
coming up.
Ghostbusters car is coming out.
Ghostbuster car, the
the
Ghostbusters
dogs in it.
wagon just rolled up and they got the dogs.
The German Shepherds.
Bring
had
up
to
the
leave.
dogs.
What are they gonna do?
Dude, they're going to sniff out the zombies.
Are they sniffing
German
up,
German Shepherds are always good in any scenario.
Are they sniffing up people or zombies?
But they could do both. They
Whatever.
could detect false
Investigate.
That's
positives.
what I'm guessing. In this, I'm wondering what they're doing in this. He's got 3 cigars ready to go.
Draw your attention to a trapped child somewhere, I guess. Bark at you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is he searching for living people or dead people?
Anything. Just anything of note. Dog will find it for you.
Dude, this
Yeah.
is so funny how
Right.
they're basically
And yeah, and they're just like standing business as usual, taking out the zombies.
Dude,
ain't
this
no
scene
thing.
reminds me of Mike. I think it's the Michael Myers. It's Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Where
Oh,
they got the
man.
good old boys.
No, don't.
Dude, you
spoil
haven't
it for
seen
me.
it,
No,
dude.
no.
Oh my god. Okay, we gotta
It was
watch
like
that.
I don't
30 years old
remember.
then.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Dude, you-
No, I don't think I've ever seen that one.
You terrible person.
Well,
We
the
have to
dogs
watch
have on to something there.
Dogs are sniffing onto something. Ben is basically, he called it quits. I mean, he's just exhausted mentally, physically, spiritually. He's waking up now from, I guess, after smoking Mr. Cooper and Mrs. Cooper. And he's like, okay.
And child.
Well, he threw the child into the couch.
Oh, that's right. Didn't
Right.
necessarily. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's already done for. He just threw her out on the couch. Okay, and we still got some Walking Dead walking through the fields here, which cops just freely unload.
Well, yeah. That's what they've been told to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
We got a good mix of good old
It's
boys.
kind of. I mean,
cops,
to a point at the end of
and-
the movie, it's like they are kind of a little too trigger happy.
Johnny Walker,
and this
please.
one,
There's
no, I
no
mean
such thing.
that's literally what it is at the end of the movie. That's the message at the end of the movie.
No.
Yeah, it's because they're
no.
that shows that in this situation you can have that disregard for life of just like
Well,
that's what it is. It's just like you're in it and that's it, and this is what we're doing, and we're shooting people and we're going
it's
out.
the
and
situation,
anything.
not necessarily the people involved. Just people having to be in the situation.
That's what I mean. Is that this is what they're doing? Like they're not obviously they're moving and walking and acting like zombies, but you'd figure that you would go in the house and
I think-
inspect
I think it's
beforehand to
also
like not
part of it's been
just shoot
not
whatever's in the
yelling for
house.
help.
Like
If he'd asked for help, they would have realized he was human. Because one thing these
Well,
undead
no, man.
all have in common is they don't talk.
it just goes
That's
to
even a plot point
for me.
in
I think
Dawn of
it's
the Dead, where
totally just they're
Thing-
cops. Like you would inspect the house. Like that's what I'm saying. Like at this point, they're just like going through. Like
they're
they're
going
just,
Johnny
through
Walker,
cleaning
they're
house.
just in it. They're just going
Johnny
through
Walker,
and like they don't even
detectives.
bother to go into the house to look and see what
Johnny
they're-
Walker, detectives
what they're shooting at
inspect.
anymore.
Cops shoot.
That's what I'm
Anyway,
saying.
but
Man.
like again,
They're not even cops though. They're just
Well,
like
this guy.
people.
Don't forget, this guy has a.
They're just townspeople.
I wanna see if they
that have guns.
notice a
That's my
rifle.
point.
Let me see if they notice that he has a rifle of any. I don't think they do.
Well, does it even really matter? The zombies have.
Here, look, he's pointing a rifle right at you. Look, he's got a rifle right at them.
That would make it even more likely that he's human and not a zombie.
Why? They held fire. They held
this
torches.
situation that
They
they're
held
in.
torches. They threw rocks
No,
through
no, no,
windows.
no, no,
They're
no. You
threatening.
didn't give me that.
What do you mean?
I think the point I guess that you said the director's trying to make is that it's hard to tell friend from foe because
I
the
know, but
situation is
that's
so terrible.
That's what it does, and that's I think the point the movie's trying to make is like what it does to people in this situation. Like, oh, this is it. We're just going through it, and blah blah blah.
Dehumanize everybody.
Exactly. That's exactly my point, and it just and that's the horror of this movie, and then that's the ending, and that's the last
The
point
horror.
too. Yeah, the horror.
Oh, the horror.
Where they kill the main protagonist, and they're just like, "All right, good job, let's go." Blah blah blah, and it continues. You hear the dialogue with them talking.
Tom is Keith Wayne.
They're
Tom, I
going-
believe the boyfriend is Keith Wayne, the kid.
And they're going, and I love how you see them showing you what they're doing to the zombies,
Dude,
or
they
in
just
this
stuck
case,
a meat hook in
your
his heart
your
right
main
now.
character. Yeah, and it's like fuck, man,
Right.
it's a gut
Well,
punch.
It's pretty messed up. It's pretty messed
Yeah.
up
If
that
this movie had been written less well, it would have been a Shaggy Dog story. But as it is, this ending gives it some sort of poignancy and a real impact.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is. Oh, yeah.
It adds to. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
I mean, they show the good
Another
guy. The
thing
good
that-
guy's being dragged with a meat cleaver by
Another thing
multiple
that this
people
movie
now.
does that every other movie does that, or zombie type movie does, is that it adds that dehumanizes point of it, of like how the
Yeah, but,
changes how you act in the world.
but with decreasing subtlety and less impact because they keep ramming that theme into the ground.
Yeah, and this one's so impactful because it is
Let-
literally the
let-
ending.
let's go- let's go-
last shot of the movie.
One of the things, the first movies to explore that theme though,
Yeah,
and I think that's part of it.
Okay,
and
now
this movie did
they
so
show
many.
Ben
This
laid in
movie
the
did so many firsts too. Well,
They
special
show-
thanks to Pittsburgh
Yeah.
Radio, police
department,
department, fire
Now
department.
they show them basically. They show stills of here's
Yeah.
a film where they actually light it on fire.
Yeah, see, and
Wait,
then
how
there
much
was the
about it?
credits, and then here's their little leg going setting on fire.
There's your
The
so is this your
protagonist.
stinger.
Yeah, this is your stinger. This is
This is
OG
the Easter
stinger.
egg. And the
And-
movie just cut
and
to
and
a
it's
black
over.
screen.
Yeah, that's a great ending, and I do love the fact that it goes from movie stills or picture stills to showing it to the dialogue continuing to them continuing talking about what they're doing, and then to the last shot where they're just like
See what
set it
the trailer's
ablaze,
like.
Yeah.
Curious to see what the trailer is.
burn it
yeah,
all
so
down to the
For
ground.
those of you watching at home on the Blu-ray here, we've gone to the trailer on the main menu.
Yep, we are now watching the trailer.
Oh damn,
And
See,
just
that's a bad
straight-
trailer.
Not really. They didn't care about spoilers back then. Everyone's like way too precious about spoilers now.
Oh yeah, that is a total spoiler.
Well, I guess you really wouldn't know it was a spoiler until he saw the movie.
I miss voiceovers too. Remember voiceover guys?
Caesar zombie.
kind of haunted souls haunt the living. Dude, this is so awesome. They got the crazy piano
Ungodly
effect.
creatures.
Yeah, they don't really coin them. Well, the term zombie didn't exist back then. You know, this.
I think it did. They just didn't use it.
Right. Like I said, it would have been more of a voodoo thing back then. It's more or less the undead here. Or the living dead.
Wow.
They did get a lot of mileage out of that
Barbara.
corpse mannequin, though. It's like a big
Helen.
Dude, yeah, this is like a freaky trailer.
Johnny. Ben.
Right. So if you had seen the trailer and then watched this movie, you'd know what happened to Johnny before you even, like...
When you,
within
as soon as you came in.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, he does
that's
die in the
actually
beginning,
true.
so that's less of a spoiler. Well, the ending.
No,
yeah,
he's in
yeah,
the
yeah.
middle, dude.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
John. Oh no. I'm sorry. You're right. Johnny. Right. My
Actually,
bad.
this too.
Terror.
Terror. So yeah, they got this dude doing voiceover over.
Yeah, they're showing all the bad parts.
I guess multiple.
That's
I
the
guess-
action shot, though.
multiple
You gotta have that action
many
explosion,
spoilers.
especially in the trailer.
They do have a bunch of spoilers in the.
So yeah, we were just watching the trailer there.
Yeah, it was a
Just
quick
for
little
That's it.
trailer.
kicks.
Everyone bitching about spoilers. Just man or woman or indeterminate up or whatever you are.
So
Adult up.
let's go through the kills, guys. Okay, so the little girl became a zombie. She was just. We're assuming the cops shot her, or she got away. We're probably
or
assuming
burned.
or burned.
I would imagine there's a bunch of bodies in the house. burned him.
Now, Cooper got shot not in real life, but in real life in the movie. And then his daughter ate his arm. He turned into the undead. And then Ben shot him again 3 times.
Right.
Now, Mrs. Cooper also, she was killed
By her daughter.
not by being eaten by her daughter, but being stabbed to death with one of those little clay pottery
trowel.
thingy-mabobbers. Yeah. Following that, we know that the daughter bit Mrs. Cooper because she then becomes undead.
Right.
So we got the Coopers all squared away. Now, the boyfriend and Judy
And
burned alive due to, what'd you say, magnetos, whatever?
magnesium in the car frame. That's what
In
caught
the
on fire
car
so
frame,
easily.
yeah.
Okay, right? We got that. So we got the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the Coopers all squared away, taken care of. We got the brother. Who's the brother again? Is it Billy?
What, Johnny?
Johnny.
Johnny.
Johnny. Johnny died instantly from the head gash into the stone.
Or
and
he
then
just got
became
knocked out
undead.
and they started feeding on him.
Oh,
He came back.
Well, no,
then,
he
so-
came back. Yeah.
yeah.
I guess that did kill him.
That yeah,
He got taken
He
out.
was dead quick. Okay, and then finally we have Ben, who unfortunately was just a
Made it through
casualty
the night,
of
but
war.
not to the next day.
Right. He actually
Yeah.
he actually won the battle, lost the war because he was shot by one of his human counterparts. Who mistook him for
Too
a
trigger
zombie.
happy. Couldn't wait to shoot something. Couldn't even see exactly what you're shooting at.
Well, in the shot, you could see Ben clearly pointing.
I know. It's
a
just the point of the
rifle.
movie. The movie's trying to make it. I'm just checking.
So okay,
Like this, if Ben had just yelled, they might have spared him, or probably would have spared him. Like was it 2005 Dawn of the Dead where Ving Rhames threatens Sarah Polly and he says say something, and she actually talks.
and she talks, and then he's like, "Okay,
Oh
you're
yeah.
normal."
Say words.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. I remember that movie.
Is
Is that where they hole up in the mall
Yes,
with
they
the
hole-
security
yeah,
guards,
yeah.
and they got the dog
So
taking food
that's a good one.
to the
Dead
ammo
Rising
store.
the movie.
Yeah, that was cool. That was kind of cool. That actually had a very cool ending.
Right.
That was cool.
All right. So everyone dies in the movie is the point.
Yeah,
I guess you're getting at here.
yeah. So this movie was a complete twist. It was innovative. It was ahead of its. Well, I don't.
Ahead of its time.
It was ahead of its
definitely.
time, right? Yeah, and it created
It pushed boundaries.
it created a
introduced-
path for
broke ground.
Yeah. So, literally, I mean, he
led
was.
to-
You can say that George A. Romero and John Russo were pioneers in this subgenre of the horror
It's a
category.
huge part of it. I would have to say, just like
Right.
every like not even just zombie movies, but just like kind of horror movies in general. Just some of the tropes, like from the characters. Like
Right.
there's always like I don't know, like I said, the girl that's scared, the dude that's an asshole, the guy that's like smart. There's the couple or whatever. Just the same kind of setup. The kid
Yeah.
or whatever. There's somebody sick you got to take care
Yeah.
of, and like
Yeah.
Well,
just
like I
kind of
said,
that same like horror movie. Like
They broke new ground. Sadly,
Yeah.
that ground got overrun later on by imitators.
yeah.
And
And I love this movie just because I love Resident Evil so much. It reminds me of that, and I just
we're trapped in a house.
I
We need
really
to get the
wish-
key to undo the lock to get out of here.
if they
Where's
where
Barry?
the hell's Barry? And then if they ever remake
Wesker.
Night of the Living Dead, I would just say, hold on a second, just stop right there and just remake the first Resident Evil video game. Just make that movie
Dude, didn't they?
because that's basically this, except
didn't
like
they just-
cooler.
Last year they came out with Resident Evil 2. Was it remastered or was it completely like redone, like brand new?
The game,
Yeah.
yeah,
2.
Resident Evil 2 remake came out in '98.
Like,
The
does,
original,
is it
new
anything to
one just came
do?
out.
Does it have anything to do with the first Resident Evil 2 that came out way back when?
It's a remake of it.
Okay,
With new wrinkles and twists.
cool.
It's like the one that they had the
Dude, I
The other
remember.
remake.
You know why I didn't like it, and this is a complete sidebar, guys. But you know why I didn't like the second one? When I was playing in the mountains of Colombia, the first one appeared to be quite real, at least for the graphics at that point in time. The second one appeared to be more cartoony. Just
Nah.
in my I'm not
Crazy.
kidding. Yeah, swear to God.
maybe. Yeah.
It was more kind of anime-ish, cartoony-ish. It was definitely not like the first one. I don't think, at least.
Maybe.
That's why I kind of didn't really get into the second one that much.
Yeah, it's that kid in those escort missions.
But yeah,
Where-
also, what's the one where they're in the mall? Day of the Dead?
I think that's Dawn of the Dead, where they're in the
Dawn
mall.
of the
Big
Dead?
Rames.
Yeah.
or Dead Rising.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. With just a big inspiration for another zombie Capcom game, which is Dead Rising, where
Oh my
they're just
gosh.
stuck in a mall.
What about Daylight? Daylight
Dead by Daylight?
isn't Daylight? Didn't that come out back in 2015? I think.
Daylight.
Is
What
it
is
Daylight? Come on.
Not the horrible movie with Sylvester Stallone.
that? No, yeah.
No.
That's why they're stuck in the tunnel.
No.
We can
You
make
know-
it if we just take the tunnel.
We gotta take
It
the
was
tunnel.
actually ranked as
Oh, what the hell's going on? Oh, okay. It was actually ranked as one of the best horror games in.
We looped the menu.
We looped the menu in the video game industry. I don't know. Okay.
All right.
Anyway, okay, guys. Final thoughts. Javier, what would
Javier?
you rate this
I
movie?
have to give this a solid, I don't know, a good 8.5 for being groundbreaking, pioneering, and sort of inventing the modern zombie genre.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Almost from the ground up.
Yeah. 8.5.
Right.
8.5 out of 10. Very good.
I'd have to go. I'd give it a 9, just because. Just everything about it is just so classic. Zombies. They got the kill them in the head. Just the classic setting, the farmhouse setting, and like I was saying earlier, you could probably remake this movie now, and it would still. You'd only have to change like a couple of things here and there, and it would still be like a good movie. Like, it's just a good story, just good horror.
Mm-hmm.
And everything they did for the zombies, everything they did for the horror genre. It's an indie film, like what they
Was it
like,
indie? Was it indie? Was it considered?
I think so.
Yeah, it wasn't made in Hollywood. It's filmed in Pittsburgh.
It was
for
filmed in
peanuts.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, that's one like all like how they got the actual townspeople, like the extras and
Oh,
everything like that.
shit,
it was
you're
totally
right. I didn't even think
And
about that. You're right.
I love that because that's the passion project. Like, you feel the love that's made to a movie, and usually those are the better movies
For
that
some
come
reason,
out.
the horror genre seems to be really conducive to indie movie filmmakers, because you got this, you got
Yeah,
Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
no one wants to fund that.
Blair Witch
Yeah.
Project.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
actually,
These
right.
weird
yeah,
indie
true.
projects.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you want to go kill people in the woods? Okay.
Like,
What else is new?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Give me something I already don't know. You know?
So it's like, and I love it because it's like a passion project, and the way they got the whole town in on it, and just helped the realism of the movie. All the acting is great except for the one kid, I forget, Jody's boyfriend. What's his name? Tommy. Yeah,
Dude, why?
he's the only actor I didn't really like in this movie, just because he just seemed cheesy, a little
Dude,
too
he was
cheesy.
like Mr. Love Talker, dude. He talked his girl into doing anything.
Yeah, that's a good scene. He was good in that. But yeah, 9 out of 10, just straight up horror classic masterpiece. Only reason it's not 10 out of 10 is just
Black and white.
maybe black and white, and just like some of the shots are a little jumpy and just everything. But that's just indie film. I mean, you can't really knock him too much for that. But yeah, that's why 9 out of 10. But yeah, instant classic, just for the genre, just for zombies.
Just for everything in
Yeah,
life.
you type in zombie in the internet, and
George A. Romero.
this comes up. Like, this is it.
Okay, guys. John Daniels here, and I don't give halves on the scale from 1 to 10. So, Johnny Walker, I definitely agree with you. 9 out of 10. Solid for me, which is basically, for me personally, that's like a damn near perfect. And basically similar points to what you guys said earlier. Number 1, indie film. Came out of nowhere. Came out of the blue. Number 2, this was essentially the writers and director were essentially pioneers, right? They created this brand new evolution of what we know today for Walking Dead, Resident Evil, zombie video games, all kinds of crap, right? So it paved the way, basically leaders in their time.
Which then went on to make movies from the games.
Yeah. I mean,
From
just
the
it's a
zombie games.
continuous and ever evolving thing, right? So yeah, like I said, indie film, pioneers, and then I guess the third reason that I give it a 9 out of 10 is just it's zombies. I mean, right? It's just it's an awesome plot. They weren't scared to put a black dude as the lead actor, popping off, killing, white people. And again, I don't care, but this was back during a very sensitive time. There was a reference to Martin Luther King being assassinated right around this time.
Yeah, right when it came out in theaters.
I don't care, black or white
Similar,
actors, whatever. But I'm saying at that point in
around the same
time,
time.
this was kind of like a thing, right? This was like a very political.
High tension.
Civil rights movement,
Right.
race riots,
Yeah. So
assassinations,
right. So
yeah, assassinations.
dogs
Yeah.
and cats
Come on.
living together, mass hysteria.
So again, like it just, they're like, what, screw it, we're gonna do what we want to do, and this is the way it's gonna go, and it became a success. I mean, this was low budget film, huge revenues, and I mean, what? Okay, 68, 78, 88, 98, 2008, 18, 50 years, guys, over 50 years,
Yeah.
and people are
Still good movie.
still talking about this movie. I gave
Still
you guys. I'm just
great.
gonna reread the Rotten Tomato scores that were this is just a couple days ago. I looked up 97% on the tomato meter, 88% on the audience score. Black and white film from over 50 years ago. So that in and of itself speaks volumes. So yeah, that's my rating, guys. 9 out of 10. And I
Testify.
think yes, and I think that about wraps it up. Unless you guys have any other final thoughts.
The low bass.
Classic.
You got the bison. You got the bison. Okay.
It's a classic.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for appreciating a movie from such a long time ago. And we will catch you next week. We don't know what we're doing yet, but we'll make sure to put something on for next Friday if we're sober enough. No, I'm just kidding. Something to go on. All right, guys, take it easy.